Welcome to the Badger Max Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week. We are live at Oconomowoc High School as the Coonies take on the Black Shirts from Waukesha South in a non-conference showdown. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike McGivern. I'm with Sports Radio 105.7 FM The Fan, and this is the Fan Pregame Show. I'm joined by the two head coaches tonight's game, Ryan McMillan from Oconomowoc and Dave Roosh from Waukesha South. Ryan, let's start with you. I haven't been out to this new stadium. Boy, this place looks great. Thanks so much for having us out.
You bet. It's beautiful. Our boosters worked very hard to get this done, and our alumni is a proud alumni, and it's a lot of fun to have it now.
Yeah, it really is. Hey, 1-0 so far, beat a really well-coached, strong program over at Kettle Moraine. Wondering how you feel about this year's team?
Time will tell. We feel pretty good after week one and the way we played in the second half, but time will tell, and we're going to be challenged tonight as well, so we'll see.
There's no doubt. Coach Roosh, it's really good to see you again, and we had a chance to talk a little bit before. And before I ask you your questions, I'm so thankful that you're feeling well and healthy and everything's going okay.
It feels great to be in that position. I'm just a blessed man, grateful. I had a lot of support and strength around me, my wife and the school community, and I'm just lucky.
Yeah, you know what, we're just happy, the whole football community. So, hey, let's talk about this year's team, Coach. 1-0, beat a Nicolay team that's, starting varsity football again. Competition level will go up this week, and then when you get in that conference, obviously, it's going to go up even more. Wondering how you feel about this year's team.
Well, I feel good about our speed and our quickness. Definitely a challenge tonight with Ryan's team, Oconomowoc. I mean, they really proved to be a good, solid team last week, but we're excited too, and like you said, it is going to be a notch turned up every single week starting with tonight.
Hey guys, let's talk a little bit about the state of the state as far as your programs. A little bit different places. Oconomowoc, the only high school in town. Numbers strong, and I'm wondering about the youth program as well. Ryan, feeling pretty good about the community involvement and the numbers in the program?
Absolutely. We got 162 9 through 12 kids in the high school program. Our youth program's strong, and they're following our guidance for the first time in a long time, so it's got a good feeling to it.
That's awesome. Coach, you guys are in a different situation. 4 high schools in your area. I'm wondering about the numbers in your program and how you're feeling with that.
Well, it does make it tough being with 4 schools and being in the tough Classic 8, but our youth program is 105 strong, and they also are following everything we do. So it's starting to pick up a little bit, but definitely the split of schools back in the mid-90s, we took a hit from it, but I think we're bouncing back pretty well.
Last quick question. Really strong conference that you're in, Coach, I got to tell you. And this is a great game for you to kick off that conference next week. We'll get a chance to see you again next week. But conference-wise, you can't look too far ahead, but certainly it's a tough conference.
Absolutely. And every time I'm asked the question, who's going to be the leader in the conference, my answer has been the same this year. The team of 2015, why not us?
Yeah, you bet. Coach, same thing. Wisconsin, it starts with Wisconsin Lutheran, I guess, at times, but certainly the conference, good conference this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll give it a run and see what happens.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Guys, I'm going to cut you loose. On the other side of the break, Terry Kelly, John Weiser will get you the keys of the game. This is the Badger Max Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week, only on My 24.
Welcome back to Ruck Stadium in Oconomowoc. Tonight's week 2 of our Badger Max Thursday Night Lights. Oconomowoc playing host to Waukesha South. Thanks for joining us, along with Terry Kelly, John Weiser with you tonight as a pair of undefeated teams going into play here tonight. Waukesha South with a win over Nicolay last week, and an impressive second half for Oconomowoc over Kettle Moraine led them to a victory last week.
Well, both of these teams didn't have the 2014 season they wanted, and so each of them would like to continue that winning streak. And so, they're going for a little bit of respectability.
Should be an exciting contest here tonight. We'll start first with Oconomowoc and trying to bounce back. 2 years ago, an 11-1 team. Last year, 1-8. And on offense, a pair of players, Brett Sampson and Zach Clayton, the receivers.
2 guys who are receivers. We less, Brett Sampson is a tight end. He's going to be all over the place. Same way with Zach Clayton. You're going to find him in the slot. He'll be split out. They had 5 touchdown passes thrown last week, and these guys want to continue that run today.
On the defensive side of the ball, a couple of defensive end and a linebacker, Cameron Wolf and DJ Assam, a couple of players we're going to watch tonight.
Right. DJ plays both ways at times. Cameron Wolf also might get some time on offense, and so they're looking for them to anchor that defense.
Offensively for Waukesha South, one of the better backs I think you're going to hear a lot more about as the season continues, Anthony Johnson, the running back, the senior.
Anthony Johnson had almost 300 yards rushing last week, 4 touchdowns. Ryan Lark, one of their top receivers from a year ago, also returns, and so they want to mix it up a little bit tonight.
On defense, again, going with that linebacker defensive end pairing, Gabe Rasmussen and TJ Garrity. A little familiar with Garrity, aren't you?
Garrity's father, a long time ago, I coached him in the All-Star game, 1978, and Rasmussen is a 4-year starter for Waukesha South, something that doesn't happen that often.
That leads us now to our Badger Max keys to the game tonight. Terry, how do you have it drawn up?
Well, for Oconomowoc, something they didn't do a year ago, according to Coach McMillan, is they didn't win the second half. They did that against Kettle Moraine. They need to limit turnovers. He felt that hurt them in that opener. That led to the couple of the scores that Kettle Moraine had, and then they've got to find a way to contain Anthony Johnson.
For Coach Roosh at Waukesha South.
Well, they've got to find some way to be able to put some pressure on the quarterback. You'll hear a little bit later on about the psycho defense. They think that could be a key to helping him do that. They also need to make sure that Anthony Johnson has a big night. They have to have him lead the way. And then they have a very good kicker, Antonio Sanchez. If they can get down and can't quite punch it over, they need to take advantage of his strong leg.
Should be an exciting ball game here tonight. Great weather tonight here in Oconomowoc. The Coonies taking on the Black Shirts. We're going to have the kickoff for you coming up next on the Badger Max Thursday Night Lights on My 24. At Ruck Stadium in Oconomowoc tonight, week number 2 of the Badger Max Thursday Night Lights. The United States Marine Corps Color Guard presenting our colors and our national anthem tonight.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Just a gorgeous evening for football. We've been blessed through the first 2 weeks with some outstanding weather. Low humidity tonight. Temperatures are going to fall back into the 60s as our game continues under clear skies this evening. No threat of rain as we get set for this non-conference matchup. Final non-conference tune-up for both of these teams. They head into conference play. Oconomowoc into the Wisconsin Little 10 and Waukesha South into that meat grinder called the Classic 8.
Next week they face McWanago, so I'm sure they'd like to go in on a 2-game win streak and take that. And the fellows from Oconomowoc will travel to beautiful Beaver Dam.
Our game ball presentation tonight by the United States Marine Corps Staff Sergeant Derek Kramer out of Waukesha presenting our game ball tonight to our lead official Keith Nault, our referee tonight. And we thank the Marine Corps and the United States Army for the game ball presentations this season on Badger Max Thursday Night Lights. Oconomowoc in the gray and purple, the Black Shirts in the white and black. As you take a look at our coin flip tonight, and that's our game sponsor, Andrew Burns from Badger Max Premium Sports Drinks, along with tonight's officiating crew and team captains taking part in the pregame coin toss this evening. Had a good flip that time out of Andrew Burns. We thank him, and Oconomowoc winning the toss. They have deferred to the second half. Waukesha South will go left to right receiving the football, and a dangerous return man back there for the Black Shirts. That's Anthony Johnson. Carson Roslip with the kick, and he'll kick this one completely away from any type of return. The touchback into the end zone, 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line for the Black Shirts. Again, a reminder, Badger Max Thursday Night Lights available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com. Click on the Thursday Night Lights link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from our games this season. So leading them up to the line of scrimmage is senior quarterback Nolan Heck. 7 for 12 last week, 106 yards and a pair of touchdowns. They'll go to the spread formation here. They'll empty the backfield. 5 receivers going out. Johnson, number 3, the slot here to the near side. And Heck under pressure, scrambles. And he'll get it back just across the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of a yard. Good coverage that time downfield by the Oconomowoc defense.
Yeah, initially, when you saw Waukesha South break the huddle, they came out in that double wing, very tight formation, something they've been running for a number of years. But they've also really opened it up, and you saw them go to that spread with 5 receivers. So it's going to be interesting to see what Oconomowoc does as their way of trying to neutralize the very different formations.
Up front for Waukesha South, Ben Conrath, Jake Steffes, Mason Dennert, Zach Steffes, twin brothers, and TJ Garrity over at right tackle. This is Johnson getting the right side and more. Johnson out across the 25-30, breaks a couple of tackles and out of bounds, just shy of the 40-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 16 and a first down for Anthony Johnson, something he did a lot last week, breaking tackles.
Yeah, the defensive coordinator for Oconomowoc, Tyler Kunick, was really worried about the counter game that they can run out of that tight formation. And as you said, Anthony Johnson was very successful last week. So, we're going to have to see how they're going to be able to neutralize that.
Gain of 15 and a first down out to the 35-yard line. There you see the double wing look. They will stick with it. And they give us to Johnson. The inside handoff back to Hoagland. Hoagland from Johnson across the 40 out to the 43-yard line.
It almost looks like old-fashioned football when you see them that tight, but it's the misdirection that causes you so many problems with that. You have to be very true to your keys, and if it's in that tight wing tee set, you've got to force it to the middle, tighten that up.
Hunter Kohlberg, the nose tackle, in on the stop that time for the Coonies. Gain of 8, 2nd down, 2 upcoming here for the Black Shirts. Hoagland in motion. Heck wants to throw. Now scrambles. Under pressure, trying to break away, and down he goes back at the 31-yard line. Good chase and recovery that time up front. Cameron Wolf, one of the players we talked about in the pregame, getting the sack, the defensive end, the senior for Oconomowoc.
They were hoping to play Cameron Wolf a little bit more on defense this week and not have to press him into service on offense because they know the job he's going to have to do at that end position tonight.
So Black Shirts behind the sticks now at 3rd and 13. Opening possession of our Badger Max Thursday Night Lights tonight from Oconomowoc. Official timeout. We're going to get a little equipment fixed there on the shoulder pad for Nolan Heck. You'll have Johnson, the single back, in the backfield. Twin slots here on 3rd and 13. Heck rolling with some time, gets it downfield, completes the pass here on the near sideline as he's able to get it out to Ryan Lark, another player we featured in our pregame, a 3-year starter, getting his first reception tonight.
Right, he led the Waukesha South Black Shirts in receptions last year. Second team all-conference returner, so they need him to take a little bit of the pressure off Johnson.
Short of the first down, it'll be 4th down. Punter Antonio Sanchez out there for the Black Shirts. It's a low snap. Sanchez is going to scramble with it. He has some running room and some convoy downfield. Out across midfield, Sanchez into Oconomowoc territory down to the Cooney 38-yard line. A bad snap turning into a great play for the Waukesha South Black Shirts.
Sanchez also happens to be a wide receiver, so he's accustomed to running with the ball after the catch. So he did not panic, kept his cool, and sometimes when they get that bad snap, defense loses the idea of containing what they have to do.
Yeah, everybody on that far side broke downfield, and he was finally roped down on the play that time by Adam Jakowitz. So a Wisconsin Lutheran 1st and 10 here for the Waukesha South Black Shirts. Johnson with the call down to the 35-yard line. Again, we want to remind you that the first downs are sponsored by Wisconsin Lutheran College, located in Milwaukee, a comprehensive Christian college offering 37 undergraduate majors, an accelerated degree completion program for adult learners, and graduate degree options. You can learn more at WLC.edu. Gain of 4, second down 6. Just inside the Oconomowoc 35-yard line, and now a bad snap, ball loose, and it's going to be picked up and recovered by Oconomowoc. As getting in there, Ashton McNamee, the senior outside linebacker, stayed with the play, and it looked like it was tipped by the back coming through.
Got a hand on it, knocked it out of Nolan Heck's hands, put it free.
Tyler Knigge, the split end, coming in motion to the near side, looked like he actually was going to take that snap.
Yeah, somewhere along the line they just didn't have that mesh point set up well.
So the turnover for the Coonies gives them 1st and 10 at the Waukesha South 47-yard line. Ben Ninehus at quarterback, and we've got our first penalty of the ball game.
I think the Waukesha South defensive end lined up in the neutral zone, and we'll see how soon Waukesha South might employ the so-called psycho defense. We'll talk about the need for that in a moment.
So 5 free ones here for the Cooney as they get it out to the 42-yard line, 1st and 5. Ninehus is going to throw, completes the pass far side, gets the first down out near the 25-yard line. Zach Clayton picking up the reception there. The junior receiver, 6'2", 205-pounder.
Last year he had 48 receptions. He was the frequent target, and Ninehus had to step in and only played 5 games last year. They were just decimated with injuries, and so they took a few lumps. But Ninehus in the offseason has really worked to improve his game.
TJ Garrity in on the stop, but another Wisconsin Lutheran College first down. Ninehus will throw it out and incomplete. Looking on that far side for Casey Zwart, the senior split end for the Cooney.
Yeah, last week Zwart caught one of the 5 touchdown passes, got a 23-yard touchdown pass. And so they're really hoping to mix it up in terms of hitting a number of different receivers. They have 4 or 5 guys they think can really catch the ball well.
Offensive line left to right. Nick Jarrett, the left tackle. Jacob Pluck, the left guard. Derek Klinger, the center. Cameron Wolf at right guard. And DJ Assam, the senior, at right tackle for the Cooney. 2nd down, 10. Short of the 35-yard line, 35-yard line, excuse me. Ninehus will throw open over the middle, completes the pass down to the 22-yard line, and the forward progress stopped there. Nice toss that time by Ninehus. Getting it out there to Zach Clayton once again. It was Mahalos and Luke LeCaptain in on the stop for Waukesha South. Just a simple play over the middle, and the Oconomowoc taking advantage of the fumble recovery. Now have reached the red zone here, the power zone. Want to welcome the great folks at Goodwill as a sponsor this season. When a team drives inside the opponent's 20-yard line, they've worked the power zone. Brought to you by Goodwill and the power of work. And a fumble on the play. Waukesha South says they have it. No signal yet. The referee unpiles, and it will be Oconomowoc ball. We'll take one more look here on the hit. It looked like Garrity may have caused the strip there and got that ball loose.
What you can't see on the replay is the psycho defense was in operation then. Waukesha South is very undersized on their defensive front, and so by having 5 or 6 guys all standing up, moving around prior to the snap, they're trying to be able to use their quickness to negate their lack of size.
Loss of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 14. That psycho defense again as you see him dancing around. Swing pass to Sampson down the near sideline. Penalty marker flies as he's pushed out of bounds near the 15-yard line.
We talked in the pregame about how they need to be able to put some pressure on Ninehus to slow up that pass game. Unfortunately, if you're bringing a lot of people, you're going to leave a flat open or you're going to leave a seam open, and so you've got to try to, it's a high reward, high risk type of deal. So it's trying to balance that out.
Caleb Dorothy there on the play, and it's going to be a holding call here against Oconomowoc. Keith Nault is our referee tonight. John Kradecki is the umpire. Mike Ratzberg, the line judge. Head linesman is Kevin Grossamy. And the back judge is Chris Saliga. Out of the Milwaukee Officials Association. So back to a 2nd and 14. Nineheist is going to throw the fade. Far side, has a man out there. Caught. Touchdown, Oconomowoc. Zach Clayton racing under that play for the catch. The 6'2 junior gets the touchdown, and Oconomowoc on the board first. It was Chris Schroeder back there defensively trying to catch up to Clayton.
It's a nice steep fade that he threw into that corner. Excellent throw. As we said, Nineheist took some lumps last year, but he has come back ready to be the leader for this offense.
I think Schrader knew where the ball was going. He just turned his head and then kind of guessed as to what was going. If he would have just stayed with it, I think he would have got there first. He kind of stopped, hesitated just a little bit to place the ball in the air. We got a penalty on the play.
A roughing the kicker call against Waukesha South.
So he had a penalty, and I'm waiting for the signal. He said it was roughing the... The kick was good.
We seem to have a malfunction on the referee's mic, and that's why we're not getting the notification.
Here's one more look at the touchdown pass. Beautifully thrown ball, too. Allowed the receiver to run up and underneath it. Clayton now 3 receptions, 41 yards on that drive, including the touchdown reception.
Zach didn't play in last week's game, so he's come out here, I think, very intent on having an excellent evening.
Anthony Johnson, Tyler Carnegie, and Chris Schrader will stand deep. The 3 deep men here for Waukesha South. There's Johnson. A threat at any moment.
Excellent speed. Plays basketball, runs track.
Another strong kick that will not be returned. Second straight touchback will give the football out to the 20-yard line for Waukesha South as they try and regroup here tonight. Let's go down to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, listening to the offensive coaches here at Waukesha South. They said, guys, just take care of the football. And basic offensive line coach wanted to know where the blitzing was come from. I think they're going to shore that up. Talking to the Oconomowoc coaches prior to the game, they love that fade. They thought they might be able to get it once, maybe twice tonight. So watch it. They may run that again soon.
Well, if you continue to score touchdowns, that'll be one of their favorite plays. Johnson stacked up at the line of scrimmage and thrown back for a loss.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Saw 3 guys get their head on that ball carrier to wrap him up.
Jeff Rowan and DJ Asham on the defense that time with the stop for Oconomowoc. Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11. We take one more look on the toss sweep. Just simply beat the offensive line out there. That was Zach Steffes who was going to lead him out, and they just...
Max Roth got across the line very quickly.
They'll pitch it back this time to Hoagland. Hoagland around the left side, gets it across the 20, out to about the 21, gets a couple of yards back here for Waukesha South. Ethan Hoagland, a 5'8 senior.
Last thing Waukesha South wants to do is turn around and give him the ball back, especially on this side of the 50. So critical 3rd down early in the game.
Strong safety Taishi Akita, the junior, with the stop.
Sounds like he owns a furniture store, Akita, the folks.
3rd and 8 here for Waukesha South. Well, that fumble really took the steam out of them offensively here. As Johnson now on the delay has some room down the far sideline, 1st down and more. Out to midfield and out of bounds. just shy of the 50-yard line. Anthony Johnson with a good strong run out to the 45, a 23-yard run by Anthony Johnson.
That play is good enough for a black shirt first down.
Just eludes that tackler on the outside. His speed is such a factor. They have to make sure they have outside contain on him.
He's worked on his strength as well. You're not going to bring him down by the shoulders. Double wing look here once again. Heck gonna throw, looking for receiver Hoagland, and it's incomplete, overthrown. Taisha Akita on the coverage out there that time for the Coonies.
Now, last week Johnson had touchdown runs of 61, 57, 55, and 40 yards.
When his longest run last year was a 77-yard touchdown romp against McWanago last season.
Waukesha South was among the top 10 in the state with their offense last year. The problem they had, of course, was their defense couldn't hold people under 35.
Second and 10, low snap. Heck able to pick it up, couldn't hand it off. He'll keep it himself, and he'll get it out just short of midfield. Nice job on the recovery that time.
Taken down by Tyler Benz.
Able to bring him down was Tyler Benz,
Brings up third down and 5.
the secondary that time, so able to get 5 yards out of that. Sets up a third and manageable distance here, 3rd and 5 with 5:45 to go here in our first quarter. And a 7-0 lead, I should say, for Oconomowoc. Heck again will work. 3 receivers lined up to the left side here. Johnson, the single back in the backfield. Quick pitch out far side, completes the pass. Ryan Lark gets the first down. Ryan Lark, the senior tight end. We're going to call his name quite a bit tonight, and so far we have. Picks up another Wisconsin Lutheran College first down. Anthony McNamee with the stop.
Once again, Lark has been a starter for 3 years, and he, Coach Roosh considers, and this is both Coach Roosh's, both the head coach and the offensive coordinator, look at him as being, what can offset people keying on just Johnson.
Second time they've penetrated Cooney territory here tonight. 1st and 10. Inside the 40, swing pass out to Johnson, get him in space. Johnson breaks tackles inside the 30, 20, outside to the 15, and he's out of bounds just across the 15-yard line. My goodness, what a run there as he makes his way into the Goodwill Power Zone once again. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work. One more look at the power run, that time by Anthony Johnson.
A great way to negate that blitzer is to have it set up to dump that ball off to the back, and with his speed, he can be gone in a flash.
Ball at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10. Waukesha South trying to respond here after the fumble led to the touchdown for Oconomowoc. So drag the man in motion. That's Carnegie. Pump fake once. Going to throw it back corner of the end zone. Ball is up. Penalty marker down. Did he come in bounds with it? No, he was out of bounds. Ryan Lark with the catch out of bounds. Jonah Landowski step for step there defensively, but may have grabbed a hold of Lark, and that's the penalty flag that's sitting in the end zone.
When we went out to Waukesha South this week and watched their practice, they were working on those corner fades, period of about 10-15 minutes, trying to take advantage of that.
Pass interference against Oconomowoc was indicated.
Pass interference here against Oconomowoc. Once again, our referee tonight, Keith Nault.
Keith's father, I believe, Dale Nault, longtime official.
At the distance to the goal, the ball is spotted on the 7.
So a half the distance penalty in high school. They'll mark it down to the 7-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from the 7. Inside the power zone, brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work. Impressive drive here for Waukesha South. As I said, they turned that ball over at midfield that led to the touchdown, but they have come right back here. Johnson dancing his way across the line of scrimmage, got to the 5 and is driven back there. Met by a host of players. Cameron Wolf leading the charge that time defensively for Oconomowoc.
They didn't get into their double wing set that time, which they might need to do because their offensive line, other than Garrity, who's at 230, everyone else is about 200 to 205 pounds. They don't have that huge size. So they need to maybe get a little misdirection.
Toss sweep will go to Johnson left side. Johnson with some blockers out there, gets to the pylon, touchdown Waukesha South. Textbook play there as they went to the toss sweep to the long side of the field. Anthony Johnson gets it into the end zone, his 5th touchdown of the season.
When they replay this, when you see him do the pitch, he fakes it up inside just 2 steps and then jets right around that left side and gets into the end zone.
There's that.
Plants it
Yep.
and goes right around. Speed kills.
Penalty marker on the extra point. Too many men on the field for Waukesha South. Moving back 5 yards here. With Sanchez kicking the extra point, we watched him in practice Tuesday. A pretty stiff wind out of the northwest, and he was kicking 35, 40-yard field goals.
40 yards. He had a 36-yard field goal last week. Both teams have very fine place kickers. Roseleap for Oconomowoc also kicked a field goal last week.
Garrity will do the long snapping. Charlie Peterson on the hold here for Waukesha South. Snap, the spot, the kick by Sanchez is up, and it is good. 4:11 to go here in our first quarter. We're tied at 7. Waukesha South tying it up on an Anthony Johnson touchdown. This is the Badger Max Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Back at Oconomowoc, a 9-play, 80-yard drive. And Anthony Johnson, 6 carries on that drive, 46 yards, including the 5-yard touchdown run, as the Black Shirts have tied this one up here at 7 apiece. Sanchez to kick it off. Rams and Zwart standing deep. It'll be taken here on the near side across the 20, 25, 30. Not across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Jake Rams on the return. Gabe Rasmussen on the tackle. We've got a man down for Waukesha South. While they tend to him, let's head down to the sideline and Kara.
Hey guys, I've got Jim Brandt from Wisconsin Lutheran College down on the field with me. Jim, can you tell us a little bit about WLC?
Sure, Kara. Wisconsin Lutheran College is a Christian college located on the border of Milwaukee and Wauwatosa. We offer 37 undergraduate majors, an accelerated degree completion program for adults, and some graduate options as well. And we're real proud of our national rankings that list WLC as one of America's top colleges.
And you have your Discovery Days coming up. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Discovery Days are on September 25th and October 30th. We're looking forward to having students on campus to visit our beautiful campus, meet professors and our students, and speak with our admissions counselors. They can learn about it at wlc.edu and register online.
Well, thank you so much for all of your support this season, and back to you guys.
Kara, thank you very much, and we welcome Wisconsin Lutheran College, our first down sponsors this year here on Badger Max Thursday Night Lights. Incomplete pass on first down. We'll set up a 2nd and 10. As you can sign up for the Discover Days at wlc.edu. Nine Heist will roll it out with some time. Knocked down, should have been picked off. Knocking it down, Justin Holbach, the senior outside linebacker, and if he looks back at that, he's going to say, I realize I'm supposed to get my hands on it and knock it away, but if I make that catch, I got 6 going the other way.
Yeah, Luke LeCaptain was the gentleman who got banged up a little bit on that kickoff. Back now at free safety, so trying to solidify that 3-deep zone for them.
3rd and 10 for Oconomowoc. Ball at the 33-yard line. There's that psycho defense once again for Waukesha South. The pitch, far side, out across the 40, out to the 42-yard line. Aaron Kruschke on the pitch that time. TJ Garrity, the junior, on the stop as we get one more look here on the toss, going right side. Broke a couple of tackles that time, came up short of the first down. It'll bring up 4th and a long 1 here. Oconomowoc, see what they do here. They look to be in punt formation. They will kick it away. The captain will let it bounce and will let it roll, and it angles out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Coach, we talked about that last week. Return team, you don't really want that ball to hit the turf, and I think Waukesha South concerned about the fake. The captain didn't get back there quite quick enough.
Right, they got caught between the rock and hard place. They were trying to watch carefully to make sure that Oconomowoc did not all of a sudden do a fake punt, and unfortunately no one to field the ball. Ball rolls out right at the 5, puts Waukesha South back against the wall.
54-yard punt out of bounds at the 4, so it'll be 1st and 10 Waukesha South from their own 4-yard line. Game tied at 7 here. We're late in the first quarter from Oconomowoc tonight. Our Badger Max Thursday Night Lights on My 24. And the run, not much doing there as they hand it off that time. Work it to Ethan Hoagland.
Hoagland, the ball carrier.
He was stacked up behind the line. May have actually gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Good job defensively by Roth, the defensive end there for Oconomowoc.
Yeah, they tried running that counter, but Waukesha South wasn't able to quite crack that. Oconomowoc stayed home.
Heck will roll out of his own end zone. Has some time, gets it downfield, and it's incomplete. Looking for Ryan Lark that time. Good coverage on the play by the strong safety Akita, the junior. On good coverage that time on Lark.
Now, twice Nolan Heck has run out of the pocket and has put the ball pretty close down the mark. He's not afraid to throw on the run, just barely misses the connection.
So a big 3rd down here for Waukesha South. 3rd and 10 from their own 4. Clock stopped, 2:28 to go. Here's a good look at Taishi Akita. Johnson the lone single back. 3 receivers here to the near side. They'll throw it far side, in and out of the hands of Lark, incomplete. He'll be the first one to tell you he should have hauled that one in.
Yeah, they had him on that little quick slant move. He had a step on the defender, just didn't quite make the connection.
4th down and 10.
Jonah Landowski out there on coverage. And so Sanchez will kick with his heels in the back of the end zone here. We'll try and punt it away.
With those numbers of Oconomowoc, it's tough to see just who's deep there to receive this punt.
List Nick Lambert and Zach Clayton as their punt returners. Sanchez gets this one away, an end-over-end kick. Lambert will let it bounce. He'll pick it up at the 35, dancing around there inside the 30. He'll take it down to the 28-yard line. So a 7-yard return. Lambert on the return. And Oconomowoc set up with great field position here as they get the defensive stand. Gabe Rasmussen down on special teams, able to make the tackle. But you get a look at Nick Lambert, the senior, on that nice return. So 2:14 to go. 1st and 10, Oconomowoc. Ben Einheis. Just a 7th varsity game, has thrown 7 touchdown passes now in his career. Pitch it outside. Sampson, the tight end, with the reception. Spins his way down to about the 20-yard line. Gabe Rasmussen again in on the stop. Up a short 2nd and 4 here for Oconomowoc. Slot receiver here to the near side, single back. They'll toss to the single back. Trying to get the edge on that far side with it is Kruschke. And Kruschke inside the 10, out of bounds near the 8-yard line. Should have enough for the 1st down. Once again inside the power zone. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work. Spotted at the 13-yard line as we get a good look at Kruschke, the senior. Aaron Bakke there to make the tackle from the 13-yard line. Work the handoff inside. Krischke breaking tackles, got to the pylon. Touchdown, Oconomowoc. What a nice move near the goal line to get that ball over the plane for the score. Aaron Krischke, the senior, with the touchdown, and Oconomowoc retakes the lead.
He broke about 3 tackles to carry himself into the end zone that time.
One, two, three, and 4. What a job by Krischke. The extra point is up, and it is good by Carson Roslip. So Oconomowoc taking advantage of the short field, the 38-yard line, punches it in to reclaim the lead, 14-7 late here in our first quarter.
And they've had some success getting to the corner against Waukesha South and getting around that end.
So Krischke with a couple of nice runs on that drive. As the students out in force here at Oconomowoc tonight, 3 plays in 48 seconds with the Krischke touchdown from 13 yards out. So Roslip set to tee this one. Back deep to receive. Anthony Johnson, Tyler Knigge, and Chris Schrader all standing deep. Last 2 kickoffs have gone into the end zone here by Roslip. And he drives this one. It'll be returnable. On the far side with it on the return is Schroeder, and Schroeder gets it out across the 20, out near the 30-yard line. It's head down to the sidelines. And Mike McGivern. Nope, I thought we were going to head down to Mike. So Schroeder with a nice return. Interesting story about Schroeder.
Tough home life. He's now in a really good situation with a foster family. Worked super hard. Team has chosen him as one of their captains. Very, very proud of how far he's been able to come.
The toss to Johnson coming around near side, trying to get the edge, and will get out of bounds, making something out of nothing there. Johnson with a nice return, or nice run, I should say. So they had that edge sealed, and Johnson still able to get some positive yardage out of it. More look at it here on that toss, and watch how they set the edge out there. Had 2 defenders ready to chase him out of bounds, including Cameron Wolf that time. Heck will throw it and will complete the pass here to the near side, and Ryan Lark. See where they spot him here. So they spot him at the 31-yard line. Be short of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd and short here for the Black Shirts.
And number 82, Lark, is definitely Nolan Heck's favorite target. He's continually trying to seek him out. Very good hands.
Heck will work from the gun here. And we got movement up front.
Those are the things that make defensive coordinators not go to sleep at night. And I'm sure Tyler Kunick is going to tell his guys, yeah, you're trying to bluff that you're going to blitz, but don't break the neutral zone.
Offside penalty here against the Coonies. It'll be a first down, a Wisconsin Lutheran College first down for Waukesha South late here in this first quarter, trailing by 7. Well, it was a hit show on cable, and now it's coming to broadcast TV. Don't miss Kira Sedgwick as the closer, Wednesdays at 7, starting September 30th, right here on Milwaukee's My 24. First and 10, Black Shirts. Heck with some time. Throws the fade route looking for Lark, and he can't run under it. It goes incomplete. Jonah Landowski out there in the coverage.
Defended by Jonah Landowski.
Pretty good protection that time by Waukesha South, giving Heck a chance to throw deep. Just weren't able to complete that pass.
Second down, 10. Ball at the 36-yard line of the Black Shirts, Waukesha South. Trailing by 7. Little delay here to Johnson. Picks his way across the line of scrimmage. Gets it out to about the 38-yard line, but is driven back there. Group tackle that time. Tyler Penn's there on the stop.
Once again, you see that what Oconomowoc is trying to do is make sure they shore up that outside and be able to just stay at home.
So 3rd and 9 here for Waukesha South. Half a minute to go here in our first quarter. Double slots here. Quick pitch to the slot receiver, and it's going to go incomplete through the hands of Tyler Carnegie, and I think he saw the defender cross right in front of him as that ball was coming in.
Right, well scouted. They were able to see what they were trying to do to get that ball out to the flat real quickly. Came up, forced the incompletion.
Christian Kimball out there on the defense there to break it up. You see him get in there right in the grill of Carnegie as that ball got there. So 4th down, Sanchez to punt it away. A high end-over-end kick. Oconomowoc will get a favorable bounce back out to the 44-yard line. Gabe Rasmussen able to down it there, but again, excellent field position here for the Coonies, leading by 7 late here in this first quarter.
Oconomowoc is bringing 10 on that punt rush, kind of making Sanchez a little bit skittish about what's going to happen, and that is exactly what they don't want to have happen.
What a lovely night tonight. The full moon shining down here in Oconomowoc. Nineheis going to air it out. Has a receiver down the near sideline through his hands. Incomplete. Casey Zwart, the intended receiver, got behind the coverage, and Nineheis just overthrew him by a couple of yards.
As you watch him try to move in, did not miss by much. Coach McMillan really had a lot of praise for how hard Ben Nineheis has worked in the off season and what he's done. Worked all winter, just doing little drills, trying to make himself a better quarterback.
Caleb Dorothy on the coverage that time, the junior cornerback for Waukesha South. 9 seconds to go in the quarter, 2nd down and 10. 3 receivers right side. They will swing it out and complete the pass far side across midfield and out of bounds across the 45 of Waukesha South. With that reception, Zach Clayton, the junior. Run out of bounds by Chris Schroeder.
One of the things we said before the game is Waukesha South had to find ways to put pressure on Heck. And because if he's allowed to just stand back there and throw, he is really accurate.
Final play here this first quarter. Christian Girl coming in motion. They'll toss it inside. Reception made by Sampson down to the 35-yard line. That'll end our first quarter here in Oconomowoc with the Coonies regaining the lead here. Cooney lead. My 24's Thursday Night Lights. Badger Max Thursday Night Lights. (14-7) Oconomowoc on top of Waukesha South as we start quarter number 2. Nineheis tonight, 6 of 10 for 63 yards. Cooney's going left to right here in this second quarter. They'll swing the pass out here near side, complete to Sampson.
And that was a backward pass, so that ball where it went out of bounds is where they're going to put it in play from.
Yeah, backward lateral that time that went out of bounds. Was not a forward pass. So you get a look at Nine High, 6 of 11 now in this ball game.
Well, Nine Heist loves throwing to the twins or to the trips. They try to get a lot of quick screens out of that. Pretty soon they're probably going to do a little pump and go, fake that, and have one of the outside receivers streak down the field.
Clayton and Sampson split out here the near side. 3rd and 6 here for Oconomowoc. Nine Heist going for that fade route again. Has Clayton down the sideline with a catch. Touchdown. Touchdown, Oconomowoc.
Touchdown.
Zach Clayton racing down the near sideline. Got past Dorothy again. Caleb Dorothy, the defensive back. And Clayton once again got behind the secondary, and a beautifully thrown ball by Nine Heist once again. Question was, did he stay in bounds? And it appeared he did. And the extra point is up and through here at Rucks Stadium in Oconomowoc. 21-7 now in favor of Oconomowoc. Let's head down to the sidelines and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, Anthony Johnson from Waukesha South is good as advertised. Really good. If they want to stay in this game, get back in this game, he's got to be a big part of it. After the first score, he came off the field. He said, look, I'm starving. Anybody got any food? I got to get something to eat. I asked them, they don't do a pregame meal, and they're kind of, the players are on their own. He said, look, I didn't have time to eat. They're giving him oranges, a half a sub, all kinds of food to try to get him fueled up. My fear second half, he's going to wear down a little bit.
Good stuff, Mike.
5 touchdown passes last week for Nine Ice, 2 tonight. Has real confidence in his receivers, and they've been able to take advantage of the corners, the good speed that Oconomowoc possesses in their receivers.
Clayton now 6 receptions, 96 yards, and a pair of touchdowns tonight for Oconomowoc.
Good night's work, and it's only the second quarter.
Well, this is a team that had trouble putting points on the board last year. 90 points in 9 games. I'm pretty awful at math, but in my book that comes out to 10 points a game. So they really struggled last year offensively.
This is where we probably need Coach Basham back as a math teacher so he can do all that heavy math for you, John. But Nine Heights has really looked comfortable back there, and they've got that passing offense really cranked up.
Yeah, this is a team in 2013 that went 11-1. Last year fell to 1-8. Well, all season long, Mike and Kara will have the opportunity to talk with some outstanding sponsors, coaches, and other guests on our sidelines and letting you know about the great things that are going on in our schools and the communities we visit. Our sideline reports are brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards.
Waukesha South really needs to respond here. They can't let this game get out of hand early on.
A line drive kick. Bobbled at the 5, and down he goes at the 6-yard line. Tyler Carnegie taking that kick, and then the turf monster grabbed him across the 5-yard line.
Right, and so they're going to start off with less than excellent field position. So it'll be interesting to see if they open up. The offensive coordinator, Aaron Rush, lots of success as a college player at Whitewater. Number of national championship teams, creative mind. He's the nephew of head coach Dave Rush. See what he's going to reach into his bag of tricks and come up with.
I think, like Mike had just said on the sideline, Anthony Johnson, the real deal. They've got to get him, and we talked with Dave Rush. They want to get him in space, get him out there. Now the snap through the legs of Heck, and he'll fall on it in the end zone. It'll be a safety for Oconomowoc. Things going from bad to worse now for the Black Shirts on a bad exchange between the center, Mason Dennert, and Nolan Heck, the quarterback, and Heck forced to fall on it in the end zone for the safety.
And now compounding the problems, they've got a kickoff from their 20. In turn, they're going to give Oconomowoc excellent field position once again.
Oconomowoc scoring 2 touchdowns on a short field. so far tonight. I think this is where Dave Rush and the coaching staff have to get the players together. You know, inhale, exhale, boys. Get it together here, and plenty of football left to play here. Just got to get through this little turmoil here early in the second quarter.
Yeah, Coach Rush, well respected by his peers, was selected by the State Coaches Association as a recipient of the Power of Positive Coaching Award. We watched their practice. They were drilling all kinds of situations, well organized, high spirits. And sometimes a couple things go wrong, and boy, it's tough to stem the tide. So it's this defensive set for them. They've got to force a punt, get the ball back.
It'll be a free kick from the 20-yard line. They'll bring Sanchez in to boot this one away, and he's going to kick it from the tee here.
Sanchez attended a number of kicking camps this summer, received really high marks from the different coaches. Coach Rush was very excited about what he thought Antonio Sanchez could do to help this team, so needs a good kick this time.
Nice driving kick here. Taken down the far sideline. Inside the 40-yard line with the return.
Forced out of bounds by Gilbert Rasmussen.
Was
And Tyler Carnegie.
Carnegie there to make the stop.
First and 10, Oconomowoc.
Yeah, the outside contain broke down. They let Oconomowoc get to that outside and get down the sideline.
Jake Rams with that nice return for Oconomowoc. Sets them up in business. A short field once again. Nine Heist will work from the gun. Trips here to the near side. Nine Heist wants to throw. Goes down to the near side. Leaping grab is made. And pulled down Sampson that time. Inside the 20-yard line, near the 20-yard line, I should say. Luke LeCaptain, there on the stop. Sampson with another nice reception here for Oconomowoc.
Last year, Brett Sampson was a running back, actually. Had gained 350 yards. First week against Kettle Moraine, he had 5 catches, including a touchdown reception.
That was a tough catch. LeCaptain had a hand in there, was trying to punch it away from Sampson, the receiver, that time. Nine Heist will hand it off. That was Kruschke again on the carry. Israel Pitchford making the tackle. First time we've called his name tonight. Israel over there at the defensive end position, the 6'3" junior.
Well-known name for Waukesha South Blackshirts. A number of Pitchford boys have played football, basketball, and run track as well.
Once again inside the Goodwill power zone. Goodwill and the power of work. Trying to gain the edge on that 15-yard line with that little toss sweep that time.
Taken down by Luke LeCaptain.
LeCaptain there to make the stop on Rams. Jake Rams, Holbach, and LeCaptain both there to make the stop for Waukesha South.
Ball spotted on the 13-yard line.
Rams last week, 14 carries,
Third down and 4.
63 yards in the win over Kettle Moraine.
Waukesha South would love to force them to have to try a field goal, so third down here.
3rd and 8. Coming back near side, catch is made. And very close to a first down, then driven back. Let's go downstairs to Kara.
34, Justin Holbach on the stop.
Thank you so much, guys. I've got Staff Sergeant Kramer with the United States Marine Corps with me. Now, Staff Sergeant, why did you join?
I joined the Marine Corps right after 9/11, shortly after, and I was driven by a lot of family members that kind of guided me into the Marine Corps.
And I understand that you have a lot of sponsorship opportunities with the Marine Corps. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we actually have a major scholarship, which is the NROTC scholarship, Naval NROTC scholarship, and it's a $180,000 scholarship for highly qualified applicants. Biggest thing is got to get out there and apply for it.
And where can folks find information on this?
We can find it with your local recruiter. We push it out to all the schools through Facebook, through everything. So, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for your support this season and for everything that the Marines do.
Sure, thank you.
And back to you guys.
Thank you, Kara. Ben Nineheis, the quarterback, able to keep it for the first down. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Coonies at the 6-yard line. 8:45 to go here in our first half. A 23-7 lead. Fade route back of the end zone, but penalty markers. The play was whistled dead. We got a false start penalty here on Oconomowoc.
Indicated against Oconomowoc.
Waukesha South riding that crowded end line of scrimmage. Got a guy to jump on that offensive line.
So push him back to the 11-yard line. Nice again, going fade, far side of the end zone. Lots of contact, hand-to-hand battle in the back of that end zone. Pass is incomplete. Intended out there for Ethan Wagner.
Now, Wagner didn't play last week until the second half, had 2 touchdown receptions. Now, we've seen that Nineheis loves that corner fade, and he throws it well.
Mason Knuth in there, the sophomore now at the corner, trying to help on that protection out there. 2nd and goal from the 11. Pitch it to the far side. Cut back at the 5 into the end zone. Touchdown, Oconomowoc. Jake Rams.
But we got a flag on the play, John, that could be coming back.
Right at the 5-yard line is where the umpire threw the marker, or excuse me, the back judge.
Holding against Oconomowoc is indicated.
So a holding call here against Oconomowoc. We'll move him back 10 as we head down to the sideline once again, and Mike McGivern.
So, guys, a couple of things. One, on the Waukesha South sideline, trying to defend that fade that we had talked about. They want to come up and bump here, or they want to turn and run. They've been discussing that. They're going to try to do both. On the Oconomowoc side, they think they're wearing him down at this point. Being Captain Obvious here, I think they are as well.
Yeah, it's apparent that a lot of stooped shoulders and crossed arms on that Waukesha South sideline right now. This will be a big play if they can keep him out of the end zone. Nineheis again, fade route far side, knocked away, incomplete. Nice play out there defensively.
Number 6.
That was Mason Knuth again, the sophomore. It's twice now on this drive he's been able to knock down that fade route. Working on Zach Clayton that time and got a hand in there to tip it away from Clayton.
Yeah, Cooney has a size advantage on that line. We're not quite sure how big. Coach McMillan does not want to give out heights and weights. He said we're not worried about those kinds of numbers. We just want production. But it's kind of apparent to the eye who's got the bigger guys.
3rd and goal from the 14. Nineheis wants to throw it again. A little cross route to the goal line. Touchdown, Clayton. Oconomowoc punches it in on 3rd and goal from the 14, and it's Zach Clayton, the junior receiver, once again his 3rd touchdown tonight. And Oconomowoc now up 29-7. So get down the sideline and then cut it back toward the hash. And
Zach Clayton is one fellow I can give you some size on. I managed to squiggle that out of Coach McMillan. He's 6'2", 205, uses his body well, excellent speed, very good hands. Now I'm running for Captain Obvious.
Oconomowoc taking a timeout. This gives us a chance to remind you that Badger Max Thursday Night Lights is available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com and click on the TNL link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from this season's games, my24milwaukee.com. And don't forget, our American Family Halftime Report will be coming up shortly. Derzana Menard is our Scholar Athlete Award sponsor this season. Coming up at halftime, we'll bring you those Scholar Athlete Awards for both Oconomowoc and Waukesha South. Also a chance to talk with Bob Menard from Derzana Menard, along with a few other interviews and some of our sponsors. That's coming up during our American Family Insurance Halftime Report.
Coach McMillan wanted to just see how good this team was. He was happy with how they responded in the second half last week. They went in trailing at halftime. Last year they couldn't win the second half. Well, this week they're putting up a lot of points in the first half. Definitely not going to have to come from behind, but you can see that they've got a high-powered passing game, and it's serving them well.
Well, this was a confidence game for both teams tonight. The winner of this game coming out of this 2-0 heading into their conference play. And, well, you can't say enough about the confidence. They're going to go for two here. Nineheist wants to throw it. They'll get the end zone and the two-point conversion. Clayton again.
Two-point conversion is good.
Anything else he's going to do tonight?
I think he's earned his letter already, just in one half.
Oconomowoc, 31. Waukesha South.
Little pump fake to the middle, then swing it back outside, and Mr. Clayton standing right there. So 3 touchdowns and a two-point conversion for Zach Clayton this evening. 31-7 now in favor of Oconomowoc.
Once again, you have to give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They're giving him plenty of protection, and Nolan Heck has been able to just pick apart that secondary.
For the latest news on what's happening with the Packers, watch the training camp report live from Green Bay. That's tonight at 10 on My Place for Sports, My 24. Well, a big hill to climb here for Waukesha South.
If there's ever a time for a kickoff return, this would be it.
You know, this is the man you want the ball in the hands in here right now. That's Anthony Johnson with the run-up. Johnson with some room out across the 35 out to the 39-yard line.
They've got to tilt that field now, get themselves a little bit more of an advantage.
Initial hit by Taishi Akita.
Akita again on the stop on special teams for Oconomowoc, but good field position here, just shy of the 40-yard line for Waukesha South. Anthony Johnson, as we said at the top of the show, a threat to go at any time. The minute he has his hands on the ball, that could be 6 points. It'll be the single back here, slot left, slot right, 4 receivers going out here for Heck. Little pump fake going back over the middle, completes the pass here on the near side. As Sanchez able to make the catch.
Taken down by Akita.
Yeah, he got torqued a little bit there, and I'm pretty sure Coach Roosh doesn't want to see his kicker not ready to be of use.
Nathan Camacho will come in for Sanchez. We take another look right there on the spin. May have got that ankle rolled up on the tackle. And it will be enough for a Wisconsin Lutheran College first down here for Waukesha South, just shy of midfield. Carnegie goes in motion, far side, high snap. Heck will dump it off to Johnson, coming here near sideline. Johnson across midfield, just into Oconomowoc territory at the 49-yard line.
You know, that time they had number 18 out there holding the corner, despite the fact that he had really good pressure. Johnson, with his speed, is able to just somehow weasel his way right up the field.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Sanchez again will line up as the single back. Carnegie lined up in a slot here near side. Nolan Heck, the senior quarterback. In motion is Hoagland. Comes back near side, and the pass incomplete. Late penalty marker comes down. Hoagland was the intended receiver, and a late marker thrown.
You know, a little bit of a frustration shove, and unfortunately, officials have got to call that.
Well, a point of emphasis this year is the defenseless receivers, and the extra shove out of bounds well after the play was whistled dead. So the personal foul call here against Oconomowoc. And Waukesha South now getting set up in good field position here, trying to rebound from a 31-7 deficit here.
Yeah, plenty of time left in this quarter, 7.5 minutes. I'm pretty sure when they're watching game film, there might be a little discussion about what you do and what you don't do.
So the first down on the personal foul penalty will move the football to the 33-yard line of the Coonies. Johnson the single back, double slots, 4 receivers here. Again, Hoagland in motion near side. Heck wants to throw with some time, now scrambles right. Being chased out of the pocket, Heck's going to just run it out of bounds. He'll get back to the 40-yard line. So Nolan Heck on the scramble.
Oconomowoc has one of their defensive backs shadowing Lark. They know that Lark is the prime receiver, so they're trying to find a way to negate him. And once Heck can't find his primary receiver, he's having a little bit of trouble making connections with anyone else.
Nice play here by Ashton McNamee to chase him down and pull him down for the loss. Ashton McNamee, the senior outside linebacker. So a loss back to the 39-yard line. Loss of 6, 2nd and 16 with 7.5 minutes to go here in our first half. Waukesha South trying to get back into this one. Johnson the single back. 3 receivers to the right side. Heck from the pistol. Under pressure, now steps up, delivers near side, comes back looking for Lark, and it's incomplete.
Oconomowoc brought the linebacker that time, put a little extra pressure. Coach Rush knows quite well he doesn't have the big offensive line. For them to be effective, they have to run a setup where they're going to get blocking angles, or they have to have their passing game clicking. So now in 3rd and long, we'll see whether or not Oconomowoc decides they want to bring the house again.
Trips near side. They'll bunch them here on the near side. Single back Johnson. Heck will work from the pistol. With time, now it breaks down, gets out of a tackle, penalty marker flies. He'll get the pass away, and it's complete out to the far sideline. Lark with the catch, but we'll check out the penalty flag. This could be a holding call here against Waukesha South.
Exactly what they didn't need.
Officials are sorting this out.
I'm pretty sure they're trying to figure out whether they just want to have it be 4th down or they want to push him back.
One more look here. See if we can pick up the holding call.
Holding. Offense.
Here, I think on the
Repeat. 3rd down.
Max Roth, the defensive end, and a little bit of penetration. Looked like he got held up. So that'll move the football back to the Waukesha South 49-yard line. Johnson in motion will empty the backfield. He'll line up in a slot here to the near side. He'll swing it out, get it into his hands. Johnson coming down the near sideline. He'll take it inside the 45 down to the 40-yard line. Good strong run. Brought down again by Ashton McNamee. That's his 3rd tackle tonight for Oconomowoc.
Yeah, they haven't had some success of late running the football, so they have to get Johnson out into those pass patterns as well so they can take a little of the pressure off Lark.
Well, 4th and 17. Waukesha South wants to take a timeout here. Discuss this. Another look here on that swing pass to Johnson. Again, that's got to be the game plan right now for the for Waukesha South. We talked to Coach Rush on Tuesday, and he says really they've got to try and get him out into space and do some things with him, swing passes, and just get him the football.
Yeah, with the way they're shadowing Lark, they're taking that receiver away, and so Heck is kind of forced to scramble too often because his line isn't able to hold the pressure. So that combination means, okay, how do we get the ball to Johnson? We need to somehow negate this little edge that Oconomowoc has been able to gain on defense. kind of interesting if they're thinking of going for it rather than kicking. You give the ball up at the 40-yard line. Now you're giving them great field position again. But I suppose Waukesha South is at that point in time where they're saying, okay, we have to gamble a little bit.
Well, both head coach Dave Rush and his nephew Aaron Rush in on that discussion with the offensive unit. They elect to go for it here on 4th and 17. Ball at the 40-yard line of Oconomowoc. Need to get it down to the 23-yard line. Heck now on a scramble. Penalty marker flies. Heck's going to throw it downfield. Man wide open, makes the catch. Johnson down there got free late. Will pick up the first down, but will check out the penalty.
And unfortunately, it's in an area where they're pretty sure they're going to call holding.
Yep. They'll be holding again on Waukesha South. Well, and they got the first down, too, on that pass.
You know, they responded to the challenge, and unfortunately then, that error, the idea when you're an offensive lineman, you've got to move your feet. You can't stop your feet and just reach out. Officials don't like that.
Repeat, 4th down. Replay 4.
Take one more look here, see if we can pick it up. Yep.
Got 2 of them.
2 of them. I think that might have been Jake Steffes, the guilty party there, on the hold.
All right, looks like they're going to bring 8 right up the gut after him on this try to get this punt block.
And it's a fake to the short man. They'll pitch it out. The catch is made. And trying to break a tackle out there across the 40-yard line.
Johnson's pass is complete.
Completed out here to the near side. For Waukesha South, that was La Captain on the reception.
From Johnson.
From Johnson.
A nice fake. They just had a little too far to go, and got to admire what Waukesha South was trying to do.
Johnson, the short man on the punt, able to take the direct snap, and he's got some yardage back here, but Oconomowoc will take it over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Just over 6.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Swing pass out far side, out across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Making the catch out there for the Cooney. That was Christian Gruel, the junior. And we got an injured Waukesha South player at the 43-yard line. Take another look here.
Correction, number 2, Christian Goulet. Gain of 5, brings up 2nd down, 1-5.
Being helped up under his own power. That's a good sign. John Chow, the defensive lineman, 5'9", 198-pound senior. One of the academic players on this team. It carries a 3.9 GPA.
Right.
Second and 5 for Oconomowoc. Well, at the 43-yard line, they'll go with the toss sweep. Get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Once again, that was Aaron Kruschke, the senior.
Be interesting after we get into half, we see how many runs to passes. What's that ratio been for Oconomowoc? Seems like if they run, they like to do the toss. Otherwise, they're looking to have all kinds of throws into trips. They're doing a lot of backward passes to the trip side, bunch side. Not a team that's going to try to grind it out, at least so far.
Gain of 2, 3rd down and 3 upcoming. 3 receivers here to the near side. Einheist will toss it out, incomplete at far side. Trying to dump it out there to Casey Zwart. Was thrown low and incomplete.
It's one of the few passes he hasn't thrown well. He's had a heck of a first half.
Kind of threw that off his back foot, never really stepped into that throw. A good look at the head coach, Ryan McMillan, there for Oconomowoc. 4th down in a punting situation here. Zach Clayton will get this one away. Waukesha South will get away from it. Oconomowoc will down it at the 29-yard line. That'll take us to a break. 5:15 to go, first half. Oconomowoc 31, Waukesha South 7. Our Badger Max Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Just over the midway point of our second quarter, Oconomowoc leading Waukesha South 31-7. John Weiser, Terry Kelly, Mike McGivern, Kira, and our crew from My 24 out in Oconomowoc tonight. Beautiful night out here in Lakes Country. Nolan Heck at quarterback will try and get things going here for Waukesha South. A pump and go down the far sideline, and the pass is incomplete, looking for Ryan Lark once again. And boy, Oconomowoc has done a nice job in the latter stages here this first half, denying Lark the football.
Both of their corners for Oconomowoc run really well. They get their hips turned around, get up the field, cover the pass exceptionally well.
John Landowski out there on the coverage for Oconomowoc. Sets up a 2nd and 10. Well, just across the 30-yard line. Tight splits here. I'll hand it off. This is Johnson finding some running room. Check that. The inside handoff that time.
Hoagland, the ball carrier.
It'll be Hoagland able to take it out across the 42-yard line. One more look here. Look at how tight that offensive line is. It was Johnson who got it originally, and then the inside counter back to Hoagland.
Yeah, that's what makes that double wing offense tough to defend. You're not quite, it looks like they're flowing one way and then they bring it back. And if you over pursue to the one side, you've created a heck of a gap.
Shutkowitz on the stop. Adam Shutkowitz, the junior. And the pitch again to Johnson on 1st and 10. Trying to gain the edge, and Oconomowoc was ready. 4 or 5 Coonies out there to try and take Johnson down.
Forced out of bounds by Max Roth. A loss of 1 on the play.
Max Roth credited with the force out that time, the senior defensive end.
Yeah, so far I've been impressed with the defense of Oconomowoc. They move very well. Their gaps sound. They've got that outside contain. Pursuit gets over there and forces Johnson out of bounds.
The corners are doing a nice job holding the edge on those run plays to deny Johnson the chance to get the corner. Loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Johnson trying to go up the middle. Gets it across the 40-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage. Once again, Roth there to make the stop for Oconomowoc.
Now, cardinal rule you try to get with that outside contain man. Keep that outside arm free, force it back inside where you've got help coming.
Clock continues to roll here. 4:05 to go here in our first half. Nolan Heck, 5'11", 175-pound senior, sends Hoagland in motion. Pump fakes to Hoagland, now looks downfield. Has a man out there, and the catch is made. Beautiful diving catch by Tyler Carnegie. The split end down to the 30-yard line. Spencer Waldron, the free safety, able to wrestle him down.
They ran a very nice pattern, got him up the seam. Now rushing up to the line of scrimmage, try to take advantage.
Get another look at that replay. Quick play, Sanchez with the catch. Inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. Could be short of the first down. Once again, it was a Shutkowitz, the junior, out there to make the stop. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3.
Heck looking much like he did early in the first quarter. He was in a rhythm, things were flowing. They want to get back to that.
Carnegie and Sanchez split out here to the near side. Wants to go back far side, looking for Hoagland, and it's overthrown incomplete.
Next pass is incomplete. Intended for number 25, Ethan Hoagland.
So that'll set up a 3rd and 3 now for Waukesha South. They need points on this drive. This would be a good confidence booster late here in this second quarter, trying to get back into this ball game. Something to build on going into that locker room at halftime.
be an interesting decision for them if they don't get the first down. Will they go for the field goal, or will they try to get the first down and continue the drive?
Carnegie in motion. They'll hand it off to Johnson. Johnson trying to get the outside and does. He'll get the first down into the power zone down to the 16-yard line.
When he plants his foot and turns upfield, he's got a real burst.
Spencer Waldron on the stop. That play's good enough for a black shirt first down.
So we take a look at the replay. Johnson able to pick up the Wisconsin Lutheran College first down to the 13-yard line. Once again, Mike McGivern on the sideline.
Hey guys, listening to the staff at Waukesha South, they want to take some time off the clock, obviously get a score, and regroup a little bit at halftime. I like this staff at Waukesha South.
Yeah, Dave Rush does a fine job here. The record might not indicate it, but I'll tell you what, he does a great job coaching these athletes as the swing pass to Johnson here on the near side takes it down to near the 15-yard line.
Well defensed by Oconomowoc. They read that little screen, little swing screen, and got out there, ran very well to the ball.
Getting in there on the play, DJ Asham, the senior, inside linebacker for Oconomowoc.
Yeah, you saw Adam Schutkowitz come up there to force that play back inside. That's part of the key to your success. Don't give him the corner.
Once again in the Goodwill power zone here. 2nd and 10. This is Hoagland with the carry that time. Once again wrestled down. Asham and Max Roth both there. As we slip under 2 minutes to go here in our first half. So taking the clock into consideration here, and now facing a 3rd and 8.
As you said earlier, John, it's key that they get points out of this drive.
They'll send 3 receivers here to the right side. Lark, the single receiver, lined up here on the near side. Johnson in the backfield behind the quarterback, Nolan Heck. They'll go over the middle. Lark with the leaping grab inside the 5 and spins it down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal. Waukesha South on a leaping grab by Ryan Lark, the senior.
Nice throw. He zips that in there. Lark goes up for the ball, brings it in.
It's one of those things we saw at the end of practice Tuesday, those slant routes that they were running during the last half hour of practice.
Yeah, will they come back with that wide side of the field and try to throw the fade to the right corner? See if that's now they're getting into their full house backfield set, power I.
Power I with Johnson dotting the I here. They'll hand it off. It's the fullback pulling his way through. Fumble the football at the goal line. It's loose in the end zone. And let's see, they recovered here by T.J. Garrity in the end zone, and that'll be a touchdown here for Waukesha South.
Well, as an offensive tackle and a defensive end, there's your dream. You get the score. I'm sure he'll go home and ask his dad, did you ever score a touchdown, Dad?
As Gabe Rasmussen took that one in, then lost it on the way into the end zone, and it was T.J. Garrity who fell on it. The extra point by Sanchez is up, and it is good. A critical drive here late in this first half as you get a look at T.J. Garrity, this offensive and defensive lineman, scoring a touchdown, has a grin on that face as he makes it back to the sideline. Makes it a 31-14 ball game.
A key score for him. You know, TJ 6'5", 230, also plays basketball, getting a number of looks already. A fellow with that size, good feet. You know, that's the kind of body you're looking for as a college coach.
And again, we briefly touched on it. You coached his dad back in the, I won't say how far back, but the Wisconsin All-Star game back in the day.
I had dark hair back then. That was 1978. I was lucky. Bob Petroska was Hall of Fame coach, was the head coach, and I had just moved on to Brookfield Central, and I remember he came to, we were living in West Bend at the time. I had been coaching at Kewaskum, and he came and asked me, I'd really like, he said, to have you help coach, and it was a wonderful experience. That time the game was working with the Shriners for the Children's Hospital. The Shriners Hospital since has moved. I was fortunate enough to get a chance in 2007 to coach again. I coached for Coach Swiddle, conference rival. He came and asked me would I be his defensive coordinator. And so they're marvelous experiences, and His dad really remembers the time well.
Sanchez will boot this one along the ground. It'll be picked up here on the near side by Rams, and Rams got rammed in that far sideline. Justin Holbach and Caleb Dorothy there to make the stop on Jake Rams with 57 seconds to go. Oconomowoc with the football at the 22-yard line, their own 22-yard line. They have 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the philosophy is here for Oconomowoc. Are they going to try to go for the throat? They have the kind of receivers who can do it.
Reinheist wants to throw. Goes over the middle, has a man deep, broken up nicely. Late hand in there, looking for Clayton. And it was the defender, Chris Schroeder, who got a hand in there to knock it away for Waukesha South. A great defensive effort that time by the senior Schroeder, one of the captains.
Yeah, we talked before about how he's overcome some struggles, and the coaching staff at Waukesha South is so proud of the job he's done. And, you know, he also happens to be a track athlete, and you saw that speed come into play there as he was able to close, get that hand up, and deflect the pass.
I know what was on Clayton's mind there when he broke the secondary. He thought, I've got touchdown number 4, but it was Schroeder who came in on the last second, that closing speed of a sprinter, able to knock it away. They'll come back near side, ball up for grabs. It's pulled in by Brett Sampson. Sampson will take it just short of the 40-yard line.
You saw Sampson kind of wrestling with that guy, and that's very appropriate. He was finished second in the state last year in the 220-pound weight class. And once again, you're seeing those multi-sport athletes. It really, I think, enables a fella to maximize your talents, do more than one sport, learn how to compete.
Gain of 17 and a first down. Another Wisconsin Lutheran College first down for Oconomowoc. Reinheist throwing the deep ball. Ball up there. It is bobbled, then caught, brought in. It's Clayton again. He'll race it into the end zone for the touchdown. My goodness, what a grab by Zach Clayton. As he was able to keep concentration on the deflection, Schroeder deflected it. Bobbled around there momentarily, and Clayton gets his 4th touchdown of the ball game.
If you're the Clayton family, you're smiling broadly right now. This has been quite a performance.
One more look here. Watch the concentration by Zach Clayton. Ball is tipped, knocked away, and he comes around, turns around, and falls right in his left arm for the score. The extra point is up and through, and it's a 38-14 ball game. Clayton tonight, 8 receptions, 4 touchdowns, 172 yards. Oh, and a 2-point conversion. Let's not forget that.
Don't cheat him out of his points. You know, and while we're passing out credit, Reinheist, once again,
Yes.
that was a well-thrown ball. And it's tough for, you know, defensive backs. They're in position, but you've got a guy flinging the ball that well. Boy, you know, you need to be able to get some pressure on the quarterback, and that's something Waukesha South hasn't been able to do. They've got to go back and figure out, okay, how do we scheme? What do we do so we just don't let this kid pick us apart?
I got to believe there's 7 coaches from the Wisconsin 10 tonight that are taking notes and going, oh my goodness.
Yeah, they might have been 1-8 last year, but they're back. One of their, you know, sayings is their field here, defend the valley. And they're doing a heck of a job tonight with that.
A low kick picked up by one of the short men for Waukesha South. That was Nick Lindsay on the return. So Lindsay, the junior, plays defensive line, and backup running back on the offensive unit takes it out to the 40-yard line, and that's where Waukesha South will get it here. 29 seconds to go in our first half. A long first half here in Oconomowoc.
I'm pretty sure Clayton is probably going to rest a little bit at halftime. He's been, you know, running a heck of a lot of deep patterns.
They'll bring Johnson in motion. Line him up in a slot here to the near side. Empty backfield. Heck on the scramble. We'll just throw it away.
Wise decision there for Heck, was running out of real estate coming to the near sideline and elected to toss that one away. 23 seconds to go here in the half.
The Oconomowoc defense has been impressive in terms of how well they run. And to a certain extent, that's how they've been able to contain Johnson and also put pressure on the quarterback.
Heck quickly will turn and fire far side. Hoagland, and he is mashed behind the line of scrimmage.
Next pass is complete.
Jonah Landowski, the right corner,
Down by number 12.
taking down Hoagland
Landowski.
just as he was cutting upfield. Lucky to hang on to that football.
Yeah, and we've got Oconomowoc calling a timeout here. They'd love to force a punt. They're hungry. Their other catchphrase this year besides defend the valley, leave no doubt. And I'm pretty sure that's what they're trying to do, is set a message to everybody, and maybe including themselves. We were 1-8 last year, but we're not going to leave any doubt this year.
Yeah, 1-8 last year. They were 11-1 in 2013, made it to the level 3 playoffs. They lost to Mukwanago in that level 3 playoff game. You go back to 2012, they were 7-3, so they had a couple of good years there, and then the bottom fell out. But I know you and I talked about it. You talked with the coaching staff. They had some great athletes there right there in the 11, 12, 13 seasons. And
then they were hit by the injury bug last season, and that's how Nineheis worked his way in for the last 5 games. And he had a struggle. He only threw 2 touchdown passes, but boy, you look at him tonight. He has learned well.
3rd and 13 for Waukesha South. Heck on a blitz. They pick it up. Heck's now on the scramble. Heck still on his feet. Going to toss it back to the near side, and it is caught. Schrader with the catch. Check that, Sanchez with the reception out across midfield, but time expired here in this first half. Heck of a play by Heck to keep that one alive, and also a nice little catch by Antonio Sanchez here on the near sideline. But that will end our first half here in Oconomowoc at Rucks Stadium. Late touchdown here by Waukesha South has closed the deficit here. It's 38-14 Oconomowoc. Our Badger Max Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Welcome back to the American Family Insurance halftime program here on the Badger Max Thursday Night Lights. John Weiser, Terry Kelly, Mike McGivern, and Kara with you tonight. We're in Oconomowoc, the Coonies leading Waukesha South by a score of 38-14 here at the half. Well, tonight we'd like to highlight 2 special student athletes. The law offices of Durzan and Menard and My 24 are proud to present our Student Athlete of the Week nominees. From Waukesha South, this week's Durzan and Menard Scholar Athlete nominee is Eric Franzi. Eric competes in cross country and track and carries a 4.19 GPA. He is in the top 10% of his class, an AP award winner, 5-time varsity letter winner. Eric is the student body president, a student mentor, and has been a pianist for 12 years. He also gives back by volunteering through his church. And from Oconomowoc High School, our Durzan and Menard Scholar Athlete nominee is Heather Motvik. Heather plays volleyball and carries a 4.407 GPA. She's 4th in her class and made high honors. She was selected first team Wisconsin Little Ten Conference All-Area Selection and All-State Honorable Mention. Among many others, Heather volunteers her time with the Special Olympics volleyball program. Tonight's student athlete nominees will be in the running to receive a scholarship thanks to the great folks at the law offices of Durzan and Menard at the end of the season. So congratulations, Eric Franzi from Waukesha South and Heather Motvik from Oconomowoc. 38-14 our score here at the half. Let's head back downstairs to Kara.
Yeah, as the guys mentioned, we are handing out a scholarship at the end of the season for our scholar athletes, all thanks to Durzan and Menard. They are your law injury attorneys, and if you've gotten into a car accident, make sure you contact Durzon and Menard. For more information, head to durzon-menard.com. Find them on Twitter and Facebook. Again, thanks to Alan Durzon and Bob Menard for all the work that they've done and their generous offer this season to our Scholar athlete. Now I want to go ahead and bring over Kevin from Badger Max. Badger Max is our title sponsor this season. Thank you so much for all of your hard work this season, Kevin.
Well, thanks for the partnership. It's been a great start so far, so we really appreciate the partnership.
And can you tell us a little bit about the story behind Badger Max?
Badger Max has a couple of great attributes to it. Besides being a partnership with UW-Madison and the student athletes, a portion of what we sell goes back to the athletic department. We're a lower hydration, healthy performance, and we also give back to the community in terms of helping the student athletes in the K-12 program also.
And so you mentioned the K-12 program. You guys are on the site here and with us all season long for TNL. What else do you do outside of supporting schools in the community?
We're doing a lot with camps in terms of soccer camps with the Milwaukee Wave as one of our partners. So we've done stuff with the Wave camps throughout the summer. Keith Tozer Soccer Academies also. But in terms of doing stuff and helping out the donations for the booster clubs so they can make some more money, we know budgets are tight, so we try to work with them and try to keep that revenue coming in to help to support those athletes also.
And one of the things that you've brought with you this season is this 65-pound trophy. Can you tell us a little bit about the trophy and the story behind that?
Well, the story of the trophy is great. I mean, it was a great idea by everyone involved, obviously with TNL and Andrew Burns, our CEO. To have a trophy for the team of the week is such a special thing. To have it engraved weekly for the winner, to get the teams behind it and behind our brand too. Obviously with TNL, it's a great opportunity. So it's heavy, but the guys love it at the end of the game, and they seem really appreciative of it. So I'm glad to be part of it.
Well, we're super happy to have you a part of the season, all season long, and thanks for everything that you guys do.
Thank you also. We really appreciate it.
And back to you guys upstairs.
Kara, great job down there on the sideline. 38-14, Oconomowoc on Waukesha South. We'll take another break. Back to Oconomowoc right after this on My 24. Welcome back to the American Family Insurance Halftime Show here on Badger Max Thursday Night Lights. A 38-14 advantage for Oconomowoc. 4 touchdown receptions tonight by Mr. Zach Clayton, the junior wide receiver. That and a 2-point conversion. He has been the offense tonight for the Coonies as they take the 38-14 lead into the locker room. Back at Rucks Field in Oconomowoc. Let's head back downstairs. I believe Kara has Mr. Oconomowoc with us tonight.
Now, he told me that he doesn't actually want to be referred to as Mr. Oconomowoc. So Keith Farley here, he spearheaded the Athletic Fields Forever initiative. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, we started this 5 years ago, 3 of us, and we got together with the athletic director, Scott Raduca, and we wanted to kind of create this facilities for all the kids to play on. That was kind of the last things after we got the new Performing Arts Center in the field house and build a facility that kids would like to play on and could use year-round. So do the football field, the track, soccer, baseball, tennis, a softball facility for the girls. It's been awesome.
Well, it certainly is a beautiful facility here. It's a great field, and we've got gorgeous weather tonight. Now, why is it so near and dear to your heart for you to have started that initiative?
Well, my 3 kids went to Oconomowoc School District in high school, and it's been great to have them here. And all their friends I've gotten to know. I was coach in sports with all the kids, and you play at the facilities, and you want them to have a great place to come and play and use. So it's been a great thing to be part of.
And who is your employer here?
Well, I'm a part owner of Oliver Construction Company, who actually built this high school 50 years ago. So it's kind of a great thing to be part of. This is our 78th year in Oconomowoc, so thanks for asking.
No problem. Well, thank you so much for all of the support in the community and for joining us here at Thursday Night Lights tonight.
Thanks, Carol. Thank you very much.
And back to you guys.
Kara, and we thank you very much. And 38-14, Oconomowoc on top of Waukesha South as we head into our break here. And before the ball game, we had the Clements Racing Sausages. Who will be the wiener tonight?
Oh, I thought I had a line to come up, but I can't use it right now. And
We were going to talk about Big Mike McGivern, but your lead caught me off guard.
No.
I have to go a different direction.
And we'll hit our break. 38-14, Oconomowoc on top of Waukesha South. Welcome back to our American Family Insurance halftime show here on the Badger Max Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Oconomowoc in front of Waukesha South, 38-14 here at beautiful Ed Ruck Stadium, one of the newer facilities in high school football in southeast Wisconsin. A beautiful night for football, and it's always great to have the United States Army with us here tonight. We head back downstairs to Kara for our sideline interview.
Thanks again, guys. I've got Staff Sergeant Peschel with the United States Army with me. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me, Kira.
And what are the basic qualifications for joining the Army?
So the basic qualifications for joining the Army, we're always looking for motivated people that want to step up and serve their country. What we're looking for is somebody between 17 and 34 that are in generally good health. They're on track to graduate high school or have graduated high school and are have a good moral background.
And how does playing on the field or in youth sports prepare you for joining the Army?
Well, I think in both sports and the Army, being physically fit is a big aspect of it, as well as the camaraderie and the team, being a member of a team and helping each other out. It plays in a big part on both sides.
And why do you guys enjoy being a part of Thursday Night Lights?
Hey, who doesn't love All-American football? You know, come down, see a good competition out here on the field.
And I'm sure you get to mingle with a lot of prospective people who may be interested in joining the Army. Why did you join the Army?
I joined the Army because it's a big family tradition in the Peschel family. My grandpa served in World War II. I actually became a M1 Abrams Armor crew member because of my grandpa. And my dad and all his brothers in Vietnam. So me and my brothers are all in the Army. And I've had a great time. Good.
And where can folks find more information?
So we're stationed in Watertown, Wisconsin, right off of Main Street. The address is 302 Main Street, right across from Walgreens. Stop in, see what we have to offer you.
And a phone number or a website?
920-262-6700.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for Thursday Night Lights this year, and of course to you and your family and everybody else in the Army for all that they've done for our country.
Thank you, Kira. Thank you for having me.
And back to you guys.
Kara and Staff Sergeant Samuel Peschel, thank you both. That leads us now into our halftime highlights, brought to you by the United States Army. Army strong, and was Oconomowoc getting on the board first.
And we see this throw, and of course to whom? Zach Clayton.
Beautiful fade route that made it 7-0 Oconomowoc, but Waukesha South came back on the very next drive.
Anthony Johnson, inside move, and scoots to the outside, gets in for the 6.
That tied the game at 7 apiece, but then Oconomowoc stepped on the accelerator as Aaron Krischke got the second score of the ball game for the Cooney.
Broke 4 tackles on his way to that touchdown.
It made it 14-7, and then a beautiful fade route here into the corner as Clayton caught his second touchdown pass, went on for the 2-point conversion after that.
They got behind the corner and he was gone.
Another touchdown pass to Clayton once again, and then late it was Rasmussen who fumbled at the goal line, only to have
T.J. Garrity.
Yeah, Garrity pick it up for the touchdown, and then the last score. Watch this play, a deflected football, and Clayton kept his eye on it and took it in from the 20 in for his third touchdown, his fourth touchdown of the night.
Clayton might have got away with a little bit of a push on the defensive back, but the way he was able to concentrate on that ball as it bounced around and make the catch, impressive.
38-14, Oconomowoc on top of Waukesha South. We'll have our third quarter coming your way next. The Badger Max Thursday Night Lights on My 24. 38-14, Oconomowoc on top of Waukesha South. Week 2 of the high school football season on the Badger Max Thursday Night Lights. Zach Clayton, the star tonight, 4 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. Terry E had 4 touchdowns all of 2014. a season ago.
Right. I mean, it's an impressive performance, and the whole game is kind of a way to show you that statistics might not mean much. Right now, there's 11 yards separating the two teams. Waukesha South, 232 yards of total offense. Oconomowoc has come out 243, but the scoreboard is the big stat that counts the most.
Yeah, 38-14, and Waukesha South needing to get back into this game early here in this second half. Needs to try and find itself here in this second half of play. Before we get started, why don't we head it back down to the sideline and Mr. Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, there's a number of reasons I love doing this, being the sideline guy. One of them is I get to meet really interesting people. And I'm going to interview one right now, Madeline Butchke. She's going into 4th grade, or started 4th grade, and you can tell she's an Oconomowoc fan. Her father's been on the chain gang for over 20 years, and I started talking to her. She loves football. She met Ron Dane, Matt LePay. I said, have you ever met Mike McGivern? She's like, who? I said, I'm Mike McGivern. Madeline, thanks for a couple minutes of your time.
I guess.
Thanks. So your favorite sport is what?
Horseback riding,
And then?
football.
Tell me about horseback riding. That's pretty cool. I am really scared of horses. You're not.
Well, I've been riding for 2 years, and my favorite horse is named IRS, which is pretty funny because his birthday was on April 15th, so that's why they call him that.
I think she's the only one that likes IRS. I have to be honest with you. Your favorite pro football team is?
Packers.
College?
I don't really have one.
Badgers, maybe?
Sure.
Favorite high school football team? There you, man, it's got to be Oconomowoc. Guys, I'm telling you, very interesting, very sharp. 4th grader loves riding horses. Horse's name is IRS. I don't think I like that horse, but she does. Madeline, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Back to you, boys.
Mike, great job. And Madeline, keep up that good work down there as you enter 4th grade here this year. Well, tonight's Badger Max secret word. We'll have that for you here. It's premium. Enter now on my24milwaukee.com. Type in the word premium. And a chance to win a Badgers football VIP package from our sponsor Badger Max and My24. Again, that's premium. Enter tonight's secret word at my24milwaukee.com. No purchase necessary. You must be 18 years or older to enter. And a full list of rules available at my24milwaukee.com. Premium, as in Terry Kelly.
Yeah. That's a premium that doesn't get paid by many people. I know the Badger Max trophy, Mike McGivern has been talking about the difficulty in lifting that. He thinks he's going to have to get a strength coach to help him work that so he can do the presentation at the end of the game. But once again, we're so pleased to have Badger Max presenting this, being the prime sponsor, and their promotion of high school football and high school athletics is really appreciated.
Well, before we get our third quarter started, we want to remind you that Badger Max Thursday Night Lights is available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com. Click on the Thursday Night Lights link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from this season's games. Paul Fix out there with the camera and the Ansel Adams of Thursday Night Lights.
I hope all of our viewers remembered who Ansel Adams was. We had to explain that to Paul Fix, but that was okay. He does a heck of a job with all the promotions and coordinating so much of what goes on at these games.
Okay, let's set the stage here. You're Waukesha South, you're down 38-14. You're going to kick off. Oconomowoc's going to get the ball here. What's the important thing here as we get this third quarter underway?
What you've told your team is you're not going to come back all at once. You've got to get that first stop. You're not going to try to hit the home run right off the bat. You've got to make sure that you're able to have some drives. You've got to keep your defense off the field. You got to see, is Oconomowoc going to get back off a little bit? They've had tremendous success. Are they going to be feeling so good about themselves? But knowing Coach McMillan, I don't think that's going to be something he's going to allow to happen.
You're going to look at Dave Rush, the head football coach at Waukesha South, with the headset on there.
24 years, excellent job. Had a little fight with some illness a couple years ago, and it was good to see him come battling back.
And Ryan McMillan on the opposite sideline here for Oconomowoc.
Yeah, his 7th year as head coach, and has done a fine job.
Sanchez will kick this one off as our second half begins here at Ruck Stadium. And the return out across the 30, 35. Cut back near side, across the 40 and brought down from behind at the 44-yard line. Rams with a nice return. So Oconomowoc set up 1st and 10 at just across their own 35-yard line. Caleb Doherty there to make the stop.
Not the kind of return that Waukesha South wanted to allow. It once again sets Oconomowoc with real fine field position.
Ben Nineheist with 4 touchdown passes tonight to Zach Clayton.
1 to Brett Sampson.
And then 5 of them, excuse me. 1 to Brett Sampson, you're right. They'll swing it out far side. On the reception, Nick Lambert, the fullback, and a penalty marker on the first play from scrimmage here in this second half.
As you look at the throws that Nineheist is making, many of them are backwards passes. He's getting that back, running a little circle route, dumping that ball back, trying to get him under full speed as he turns upfield.
Referee Keith Nault tonight. This will be the 7th penalty here against Oconomowoc. 7 penalties now for 57 yards against the Cooney. Nineheist again will pass it out, completes here to the near side. And driven out of bounds. Clayton once again with another reception here for Oconomowoc. Gets back just across the original line of scrimmage. They'll mark him out right at midfield. Schrader with the tackle.
Once again, Nineheist, nice touch on that ball. Got it just over the defender's outstretched arm.
Again up front for Oconomowoc, Nick Jarrett, Jacob Pluck, Derek Klinger, Cameron Wolf, and DJ Asham left to right on the offensive line. Christian Garul with the carry.
Nineheist's pass is complete. Number 2, Christian Garul.
Short of the first down. It'll bring up a 3rd down and about 4 here for Oconomowoc. Luke LeCaptain on the stop that time for the Black Shirts. So 3rd and 4 from the Waukesha South 47-yard line, and the handoff and a stop. So they're able to turn back. The Rams, the carrier that time, was John Chow stepping up, the 5'9" senior on the defensive line. Along with Baki to make the play. It'll bring up 4th and short here for Oconomowoc.
It's one of the few straight dives we've seen Oconomowoc run. It looks like Oconomowoc is really considering going for it here.
See if they go with that psycho defense here.
Trips in that lower right end.
See him moving around on that line of scrimmage. They'll set a gap and then they'll go hard, and the ball's deflected and it goes incomplete, so they do not convert on 4th down, looking for Clayton. As it looked like it got tipped just before it got there. No, it did not. It went right through the hands of Zach Clayton that time. Running right into the defender, LeCaptain. And so South gets the stop.
You saw Waukesha South run off the field. A little bit of excitement. They've got to win those little battles and fight their way back into the game.
So they'll take over on downs at their own 47-yard line. 1st and 10, Waukesha South, just underway 3rd quarter. They'll go with that tight double wing. They'll send Johnson in motion. They'll go with the inside handoff, Hoagland. Hoagland pulls his way forward, picks up a couple on that left hash.
Tried to run a little trap play. They've got Johnson starting to run back and looking like that counter move, but then run that trap underneath. Good first down.
Landowski there on the stop. And McNamee, his 4th tackle tonight for McNamee. Gain of 7, 2nd down 3. This time Hoagland in motion. He'll hand it right back off to Johnson. He'll be tackled behind the line back at midfield. Original handoff went to Hoagland, then gave it back to the wingman Johnson that time, and he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Cameron Wolf right there.
Excellent penetration. Brings down Johnson in the backfield.
3rd down and 8.
So a loss of 4 brings up 3rd down and 8 here for the Waukesha South. Trailing 38-14 here early in this 3rd quarter. Trips here to the near side with Johnson lined up in the backfield. Swing it back out, complete to Sanchez. He breaks a tackle inside the 40, spins out of another one at the 35, still on his feet down to the 32-yard line. Antonio Sanchez, his 3rd reception tonight. This one picks up a Wisconsin Lutheran College 1st down. Chasing him down, Cameron Wolf from his defensive end position, finally getting Sanchez to the turf.
Yeah, very much needed 1st down to keep this drive alive. See what happens if they can put that 3rd score up on the board.
So the Wisconsin Lutheran College 1st down again this season. 1st downs are sponsored by Wisconsin Lutheran College, located in Milwaukee, a comprehensive Christian college offering 37 undergrad majors, an accelerated degree completion program for adult learners, and graduate degree options. Learn more at WLC.edu, and down goes Heck, back at the 40-yard line.
The four defensive linemen for Oconomowoc got up the field very quickly, put that pressure, collapsed the pocket, and took Heck down.
Cameron Wolf was in there. It's Wolf now. That's his 2nd sack tonight.
McNamee was in there as well, helping on that tackle.
Loss of 7, 2nd and 17, back at the 39-yard line. Trips to the right side. Johnson the single back. They'll toss it to Johnson. Johnson trying to get the edge, runs through some tackles, still on his feet down the far sideline. Anthony Johnson and out of bounds inside the 20-yard line as we reach the Goodwill Power Zone. We want to welcome the great folks at Goodwill as a sponsor this season. When a team drives inside the opponent's 20-yard line, they have entered the Power Zone, brought to you by Goodwill and the power of work, and a good power run that time by Johnson.
You can see that speed, and he just accelerates past the tackler. Doesn't even give him a chance to close on him.
Spotted just shy of the 15-yard line, the Goodwill Power Zone. Trips to the right side. Knigge in motion near side. Pump fake. Heck with time. Throws it out. Looking for Lark. It's up for grabs and broken up incomplete. Nice job defensively back there. Schotkowitz, Adam Schotkowitz, the junior corner, able to break that pass up intended for Ryan Lark.
And once again, we saw them going for that corner pattern. Naturally, who was his target? Number 82, Ryan Lark.
Got that left hand in there, and that ball, lost sight of that ball. Adam Schotkowitz, the junior corner. So 2nd down and 10. Just shy of the 15-yard line right hash. It's time to go with the power I formation here. And they'll hand it off. First carry of the night tonight for Hallbach. Brought down on the play by Max Roth and Cameron Wolf. Wolf now with 6 tackles tonight.
Yeah, the Waukesha South line is, like we said earlier, a little bit undersized, and they're not getting that push upfield. Oconomowoc is playing a very stout defense, very staunch.
Once again, the power I. Toss to Johnson, the eye back. Coming around, got a nice block. Gets it back to the original line of scrimmage, just shy of the 15-yard line where he was driven out of bounds there. Ridden out on the play. Ashton McNamee, the senior. That's 5 tackles tonight for McNamee.
Excellent pursuit from the inside out, forcing him out of bounds.
Brings up 4th down.
So 4th down, and here's that situation talked about in the pregame. Sanchez with an opportunity to get points on this drive. They'll bring the field goal unit in. This will be a 32-yard attempt from the near hash mark. Ball is down, spot is made, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Just hooked it inside the right upright, and Sanchez comes through with a 32-yard field goal. That makes it 38-17. 6:55 to go, and an important drive there to get points. And Sanchez, the place kicker, comes through.
And Sanchez's catch helped set this up to get the score as well. So he's played a pivotal role in this drive.
So 3 points after getting the defensive stop. Makes it a 3-score ball game now. And for Waukesha South, you got to be thinking, hey, we're 3 plays away here from tying this one up.
And I'm sure what Coach Roosh talked to the team about was, okay, things didn't go our way. Are we just going to hang our head, or are we going to fight our way back into the game?
Well, they got the defensive stand, stopping Oconomowoc at 4th down. Sanchez with that field goal, also with 4 catches tonight for 53 yards. Dinged up a little bit early in that first quarter. Remember, he had that tackle where he got that leg rolled up. And again, we'll bounce one down low. Taken far side. To break containment, gets it across the 40 out to the 41-yard line.
Returned by Christian Groulet.
Christian Groulet there on this return that time.
Virgil Jones.
First time we have seen him back there returning kicks for Oconomowoc. So good field position once again. Boy, Oconomowoc tonight has worked off of a short field most of the evening tonight.
Yeah, they've definitely had the advantage in field position.
This time they'll start this drive on their own 41-yard line. They'll stack both sets of receivers left and right. They'll come back near side. Catch is made here in the near wing by Casey Zwart. Gets it back across the line of scrimmage before Zwart is tackled. Brought him down, Aaron Bakke, the senior linebacker.
Yeah, he was able to avoid Gabe Rasmussen out there after the catch, but Gabe was able to slow him up enough time so that he could get help.
Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. 6:20 to go here, 3rd quarter, 38-17 Oconomowoc. Cooney going left to right here in this 3rd quarter. 3 receivers left side, Nineheis. Hit as he's thrown, puts one up, and it's nearly picked off. Got some pressure that time on Nineheis, and it was broken up by Mason Knuth out there defensively. Nearly had the pick, but the pressure up front once again by Waukesha South.
3rd down and 9.
I think it was John Chow again who got in there.
His intelligence as well as his grit paying off. 3.9 GPA. I don't know if we added up the GPAs in this booth if we'd get to 3.9.
Well, don't look at me.
Have to count on Eric Murray. He was a science major.
Nineheis again will throw it up. Again, Chow breaks it up. It's intercepted. Picked off. Rumbling it into the end zone for the touchdown. Waukesha South, Justin Hallbach. Off the deflection from Chow, gets the turnover and 6 the other way. As we said, only a couple of plays away from getting yourself back into this ball game, and this time the defense comes up big. Another big play by John Chow up front, forcing the interception.
Yeah, you go all the way back to the start of this second half when Waukesha South got the Oconomowoc offense off the field and how they were fired up, and they've just continued, and might find this game getting a little bit tighter.
Trying to swing that out to Aaron Kruschke. It was broken up by Chow and right into the hands of Hallbach. And Chow going to be helped off the field, got injured after making that deflection, and he's going to be helped off the field here, back to the Waukesha South sideline.
Yeah, not quite sure what he did there. I don't know whether he strained a calf or if he did something else. He went down right after he got his hand on the ball.
The extra point upcoming here for Sanchez. Spot the kick, it's up and through. We'll take our break. Waukesha South back in this one. Oconomowoc 38, Waukesha South 24. We got ourselves a ball game. Our Badger Max Thursday Night Lights in Oconomowoc tonight on My 24. Justin Hallbach, a 42-yard interception return for a touchdown, has brought Waukesha South back to within a pair of touchdowns here. 38-24. Oconomowoc on top of Waukesha South. John Weiser, Terry Kelly, Mike McGivern, and Kara, along with our fine My 24 staff with you in Oconomowoc tonight. Sanchez to kick it off. Again, a low line drive that will skim the ground. Picked up here on the near side, cutting it up across the 30. Still on his feet out to the 34-yard line on the return. Jake Rams once again. Check that, number 2, Christian Groulet. Let's head back down to the sideline and Mr. Mike McGivern.
Hey, guys, obviously a lot of excitement on the Waukesha South sideline. Number 52, they're checking the inside of his knee. Rubbing it. I think he's going to go back in the game. A lot of cramping going on the sidelines here at Waukesha South. But like I said, boy, this coaching staff is fired up.
We hope it's just a cramp as see those players get injured as that swing pass out to the near side complete to Casey Zwart. Let's take a look at how that injury right there kind of landed awkwardly, it looked like, after he made that deflection. So a gain of 9 by Zwart as we take another look at the Hallbach return, 42 yards on the interception for the touchdown. Now we've got an injured Oconomowoc player down, and it's Casey Zwart. I think he's just got a cramp. It's getting to be about that time tonight. There's John Chow. So they're walking Zwart back to the far sideline. Now we're set, 2nd down and 1 upcoming here for Oconomowoc. Ball at the 47-yard line of the Cooney. They'll hand it off and running it up the middle. Rams that time, close to a first down. Wrestled down by Gabe Rasmussen.
I think he got enough to get the first down. They're going to measure.
Let's head downstairs to Kara.
3rd down and 1.
Thank you so much, guys. I've got Roger Rindo, superintendent for the Oconomowoc School District, here with me. Now, you see a lot of value with mixing athletics and academics. Can you just tell us a little bit about that thought?
Oh my goodness, the athletic experience in high school, I think, is integral to the high school experience. And it carries so many benefits. We know that kids who are participating in athletics tend to be higher achievers. They tend to be stronger attenders in school, and really, as importantly, they tend to participate in fewer risky behaviors outside of school. And the very kinds of things that athletics provide for kids, dedication, teamwork, commitment, are the kinds of skills we want to hire for when these kids are adults. And on top of all that, these kids are making memories on nights like this that they'll never forget.
Well, we thank you so much for having us tonight over at Oconomowoc High School and all the support that you give the community.
Thank you so much. You're welcome to be here.
And back to you guys.
Kara, thank you very much. 2nd down and long, and again it's incomplete. Again, Schroeder with a pass breakup. That's what, 5 tonight, I believe, for Schrader tonight on the pass breakup, intended for Lambert that time.
You know, once again, though, that problem that is being created for these defensive backs, they're not getting any pressure on Nineheis. And as a DB, you think sometimes you're just out on an island out there, and, you know, they need to find a way to shake somebody loose to get into Nineheis's face if they want to make sure that they can slow this offense up.
3rd down and 10 from the 47, their own 47-yard line. Waukesha South fans starting to make some noise here. Nineheis from the gun. With time, wants to set up the screen, and it's broken up. T.J. Garrity getting a left hand up to knock that one down for Waukesha South.
Make good use of his 6'5" height there, knocking that ball down. Excellent call. They had it set up. He got that thing, got his paw on that, knocked it down. Get a chance to force another punt. Once again, you get another score. Boy, you're really in the game.
Garrity with a touchdown recovery in the end zone on the Gabe Rasmussen run back in the first half. Gets a knockdown there. So The defense holds at midfield and forcing Oconomowoc to punt. Ooh, a booming kick end over end to the near sideline. Let's see where they mark it out. They'll walk it all the way up to the 27-yard line. That's where Waukesha South will take over their own 27-yard line with just over 4.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter, and some new life on the near sideline here for the Black Shirts.
A little bit more bounce in the step for the Waukesha South Black Shirts.
Well, it's the show featuring 2 adults, 1 kid, and no grown-ups. Don't miss 2.5 Men, weeknights at 5 and again at 5:30, only on Milwaukee's My 24. Nolan Heck at quarterback. Anthony Johnson, the tailback. 4 receivers, 2 to a side here. Johnson will get the call, trying to turn the corner left side. Across the line of scrimmage in the 25, out to about the 26-yard line. Gain of about 3, maybe 4 on the play by Anthony Johnson. Making the stop, Jeff Rowan.
That was a tough 3-yard gain. Anthony had to lower the shoulder and try to get up the field.
Again, same formation, slot left, slot right, 4 receivers. And this time Heck going to keep it on the scramble and then throw it away incomplete. Developing situation here on the near sideline. Sanchez being worked on by the training staff here. Looks like he's got a cramp worked out of that left leg.
Yeah, he went down on the play before this. Immediately started trying to get that toe up to try to get that calf muscle relaxed.
So quickly now 3rd and 7 for Waukesha South. Ball at their own 30-yard line. Carnegie in motion to the far side. Low snap again. Heck able to pick it up. He'll swing it out to Johnson. Johnson running it up the near sideline, and he'll get out of bounds just across the 34-yard line. Going to be short of the first down. So we take another look here on the replay. Again, a low snap, but Heck kept his composure. Ben's able to get him out of bounds. 4th and 3. Looks like the punting unit will come on now for Waukesha South. There was some, looked like they were deciding whether or not to go for it, but they're going to punt it away and try and work the field position here. It's be a short kick. It'll be taken up by Johnson. The short man, he's got it the near sideline to midfield. Anthony Johnson again on the punt fake, able to pick up the first down across midfield to the Oconomowoc 45-yard line. And the Black Shirts keep possession here.
Yeah, Chow had been back in this. I don't know if we'll get a chance to see this on the replay. But John Chow went back in there to try to help block, and unfortunately he's going to have to come out.
Now he's not putting any weight at all on that right leg. But Anthony Johnson, second time tonight, they run the play fake on the punt. 100 yards now for the evening on Johnson. Another Wisconsin Lutheran College first down. Heck will throw it out near side, complete. Nathan Camacho with the catch. His second reception tonight, the 6-foot senior.
Yeah, you've got to admire Waukesha South. They've been fighting to get back in this game. They've taken a couple chances. It's a team that's not going to give up.
2nd down and 3.
You talked about that motivation award that Coach Rush received from the Wisconsin Football Coaches Association. Trying to develop leadership here. Pump fake. They'll try and go for it all down the far sideline. Man there. Catch is made. Ryan Lark down to the 1-yard line. Brought down on a play by Jonah Landowski, but it'll be 1st and goal. Waukesha South at the 1. Landowski saving the touchdown, pulling Lark down.
Now we talked about what happens if Oconomowoc loses a little bit of that edge that they had. You know, you get comfortable, and before you know it, the tide turns. Heck dropped that ball in there extremely well.
The old pump and go that time by Heck. And he connects with Ryan Lark down to the 1 yard line. We've made it back into the Goodwill power zone. Goodwill and the power of work. Handoff. Rasmussen. Touchdown, Waukesha South. And they've climbed their way back. 38-30.
Extra point will put them within one score of tying it. Waukesha South did not go away. Got ourselves a ball game.
And I go back to that first series of the second half. They got the stop on 4th down, took away 4th down from Oconomowoc, and the momentum has been all Waukesha South here in the second half. The extra point is up, and it is good by Sanchez. And we have a one-score game here, 38-31. Oconomowoc with now a 7-point lead, kind of the opposite of what happened last week to the Cooney in their victory over Kettle Moraine.
Coach McMillan's point about you've got to make sure you win the second half. The first half isn't going to do it. So Waukesha South hanging around. Now we'll have to watch just what happens on this next defensive set. Now you lose Chow, and that of course is going to put a little more pressure on Waukesha South's defense. Now, they're already undersized. Have to see what they're going to try to do to compensate for that.
Johnson over 100 yards rushing tonight for Waukesha South. Just going back to your keys for the ball game tonight, 2 of those 3 continue to win the second half for the Cooney, and they must limit turnovers. Well, the turnover led to a touchdown on the return by Hallbach. Heck tonight, 16 of 27 for 211 yards, and Chow still trying to work out whatever issues he's got with that right leg, wanting to get back in there. Sanchez again, skim that one low. It will bounce to the far sideline, still in the field of play back at the 10. Gets across the 15 and stops short of the 20-yard line.
Now, if you can get a close-up right now of the Waukesha South sideline, you know, they're in the game and they're playing.
Jake Rams with that return. And they've gone to that squib kind of kick that bounce that ball around the turf and make the return men try and scoop that one up from the shoelaces rather than catch it in the air.
Yeah, this is probably the poorest field position Oconomowoc has had to start a drive.
Let's head down to Mike McGivern.
So guys on the Oconomowoc sideline, they're sitting, settle down. Settle down and let's just get a first down or two. On the Waukesha South sideline, number 52, it's the other leg this time, cramping up on the other leg. That's one tough kid. He's trying to get back in the game.
Clayton with the reception. Brought down by Schroeder. It's John Chow still working things over. 5 tackles tonight for Schrader.
And he's defended a number of passes as well.
Chow pleading with the training staff to, I'm ready to go. 9 Heist will work from the gun. Stack 2 receivers to a side, single back. Swing it out to the slot man. Complete the pass. Good convergence on the football by the Waukesha South defense.
Heist's pass is complete. Zach Clayton.
Clayton again with the reception. And why not? He's got 4 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion tonight.
At that time, Nick Lindsay, at defensive lineman for Waukesha South, got up the field quickly, but he's trying to make up with his quickness for his lack of size. He's only 5'6", 175-pound junior. And once again, we keep bringing the point up. They need to somehow get someone in 9 Heist's face so he just doesn't have the free rein.
Just enough for a Wisconsin Lutheran College first down for Oconomowoc. 1st and 10 Cooney. 9 Heist with time. Goes back far side, throws it high, going up, making the grab once again. That was Goulet.
A junior, and once again, we said they have a number of receivers. They spread that ball around.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Under a minute to go, third quarter here in Oconomowoc tonight. Pitch it. Rushke trying to get the left side. Will be stopped short of the first down. Gabe Rasmussen once again making the tackle for Waukesha South.
Yeah, 4-year starter, Gabe Rasmussen.
3rd and 2. They go to a quick snap. And Waukesha South ready. Krushke trying to fight for that first down yardage. Going to be stopped short. Baki, his 5th tackle tonight. Able to make the stop for Waukesha South. It'll be 4th and short here for Oconomowoc. Looking at that game clock with 19 seconds to go, Oconomowoc does not need to snap it here if they want to take their time.
No, I think they're going to wait till the 4th quarter. They'll make the decision of whether or not they're going to go for it or try to draw them offside.
Hard count by 9 Heiss, and that will end our third quarter. Waukesha South not biting on the hard count. We'll head to the 4th quarter with a 4th and 2 facing Oconomowoc when we come back. Our Badger Max Thursday Night Lights, the Cooney hanging on by 7 over Waukesha South. Oconomowoc facing a 4th and 2 as we begin our 4th quarter tonight from Ruck Stadium in Oconomowoc. 4th and 2, they will go for it. 9 Heiss will hand it off. Krushke trying to fight forward, very close. Oconomowoc says they have the first down. We'll have to wait and see. And the officials are signaling move the chains. It's a first down, so they go for it on 4th and 2, and they convert. Aaron Krushke on the carry that time.
A gamble by Coach McMillan, but he has confidence, and I'm sure his players feel that.
Hard-fought Wisconsin Lutheran College first down for Oconomowoc. John Weiser, Terry Kelly, Mike McGivern, Kara, all with you tonight from Oconomowoc. It's turned into a great ball game here as 9 Heiss going for the pass, and the flags rain down. Pass intended for Casey Zwart. He was covered there. Mason Knuth, I believe he's going to be whistled for the pass interference.
I think he draped over the back a little bit, trying to stop him from getting upfield.
Again, the pass interference calls are stepped off from the line of scrimmage. Actually, it looks like we've got offsetting penalties. Interference against Waukesha South and a holding call on Oconomowoc. So it's a wash. We'll repeat first down.
Defensive pass interference on the defense.
Oconomowoc has
Holding.
been bitten a little bit by the penalties tonight, and has allowed Waukesha South to continue a couple drives, and it's thwarted a couple of theirs.
So we'll replay the down. 1st and 10. 9 Heiss with time. Far sideline and overthrows the intended target. Looking for Clayton once again down that far side, but well overthrown.
I think that's about only the second poor throw that 9 Heiss has had this evening.
Second and 10 for the Coonies. Ball at the 39-yard line of Oconomowoc. Nine Heiss wants to throw. Airs it out. Over the far sideline. Leaping grab inside the 30 and brought down at the 22-yard line. Goulet, Christian Goulet with the catch. Hauled down by Schroeder and LeCaptain. But a big gain puts them into Waukesha South territory, just shy of the 23-yard line.
Some confusion on the coverage. Suddenly they had that guy alone going up the sideline. They got caught in between coverages.
They'll toss it out. Kruschke trying to get down inside the 20-yard line. Can't make it there. Good, solid hit. Gain of about 1 on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 9 for Oconomowoc. We're early 4th quarter. Waukesha South has battled back from a 24-point deficit to cut it down to 7 here. Again, they'll swing pass out far side. Caught, brought down. First reception of the night for Ethan Wagner. Second catch, for Wagner. Brought down by Knuth. Wagner caught 2 touchdown passes last week in the win over Kettle Moraine. So 3rd down and 1. Inside the Goodwill power zone. Nineheist will keep it. He'll get the 1st down inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. Gabe Rasmussen able to bring him down, his 7th tackle tonight.
That size advantage that Oconomowoc has in the offensive line, especially now that you got John Chow out. Both Chow and Sanchez are out on the sideline right now fighting cramps.
So 1st and goal, Oconomowoc. Nineheist throwing the fade, back corner of the end zone. It is caught but out of bounds. And dropped by the receiver out there. Looking for Wagner. It's broken up by Knuth. Got his hands on it, just couldn't quite bring it down. He would have been out of bounds anyways. Good coverage by Knuth. Mason Knuth, the sophomore back there now at a corner for Waukesha South.
They need to force the field goal or somehow be able to make a complete stop here. Not lose that momentum they've gained.
2nd and goal from the 8. Kruschke the single back. Nineheist wants to throw. It is caught. And let's see if they mark him down short of the goal line.
Nineheist's pass is complete. Ethan Wagner.
Wagner
Ball spotted just inside the 1.
got it down to the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite break the plane of the goal. Gain of 7. It'll bring up a 3rd and goal from inside the 1. Nineheist quickly to the line of scrimmage. He'll try and keep it. 2nd surge and got it in for the touchdown. Ben Nineheist, the quarterback, the junior, able to run it in from inside the 1. And Oconomowoc wrestles back the momentum here, going up by a score of 44-31.
You know, Nineheist, once again, one of the few guys we've been able to get some size on. He's 6'1", 190. So used his strength to drive into the end zone.
Quarterback and coach having the discussion after that drive. Nineheist able to cap the drive off with the touchdown, and the extra point is up and good. 45-31 Oconomowoc with 9.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Again, one more look. Just got that ball in. Again, all you have to do with that football is break the plane of the goal.
That was a scrum, just kind of revolving towards the goal line. They got that key score.
11 plays, over 4.5 minutes. Nineheist capping it off with a 1-yard touchdown run.
So once again, the idea, how do you respond in the second half? Waukesha South came charging back, but Oconomowoc countered with that score.
Anthony Johnson will drop back as a returner along with Schroeder and Carnegie. And the run up and the kick, and they'll try and drive this into the end zone, and they do for the touchback.
Rosling's kick is into the end zone.
Ruslip able to get his third touchback tonight on kickoff, so Waukesha South will get it at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, both kickers have demonstrated that they have strong legs. When you're able to just not allow any kind of kick return and just force them to come from the 20, 80-yard field, takes a while to get down there.
Again, I want to remind you, Badger Max Thursday Night Lights is available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com. Click on the Thursday Night Lights link. As the swing pass out to Carnegie is complete across the 25, still on his feet, out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Nice catch by Carnegie. Rolled out that time by DJ Asham.
Yeah, Tyler's one of the captains for Waukesha South. Also runs track and a 3.9 GPA. Number of fine students for the Black Shirts.
And another Wisconsin Lutheran College first down for Waukesha South. Ball touching the 30-yard line. Hoagland lined up in a slot here to the near side. Carnegie in motion with Johnson in the backfield. It's a high snap. They'll toss it to Johnson short side, and he's going to run out of real estate.
Yeah, the high snap destroyed the timing on that play, and you're also trying to run that in the short side of the field. It's kind of difficult to get to the corner.
There's a loss on the play.
It's like a loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Dave Roosh, the head football coach at Waukesha South, his vantage point on the sideline there. Heck will swing it out complete to Carnegie across the 30, out to the 34-yard line.
Knocked out of bounds by Christian Kimball.
Kimball there to make the stop, Christian Kimball.
Going to the 9-minute mark in the fourth quarter, this is one of those third downs. You need to make the conversion. You're slowly running out of time.
That gets the play from the sideline and will bring it into the huddle here. 3rd and 7 for the Black Shirts. They go with 3 receivers here to the near side, bunch them up. Carnegie and Hoagland there. And now play is whistled dead. Let's see what we got here.
I think we've got a false start on Waukesha South as
timeout. They got the timeout. Dave Roosh didn't like the look there, so Waukesha South will take their first timeout here the second half. Well, as exciting as this one is, next week conference play. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but
we're going to see the same black shirt team wind up facing McWanago. McWanago, the big game tomorrow night against Oak Creek.
Well, Kara had an opportunity to do our Menards interview here in the fourth quarter.
I've got John Griffiths, General Manager of the Germantown store, right here with me. John, can you tell me a little bit about Menards?
Menards opened its first retail store right here in Wisconsin in 1960. Our home office is still in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. We've got over 280 stores throughout the Midwest states, and we even have 12 stores right here in the Milwaukee area.
And now, why is it important to support youth sports?
Menards has been a supporter and partner of high school sports here in Wisconsin for many years. We appreciate the hard work and dedication it takes our student athletes to achieve their goals both on the field and in the classroom, and also really appreciate how much work it takes from the community, coaching staff, and teaching staff to help them achieve their goals.
And is there anything else you'd like to add?
We'd like to wish the teams of both Waukesha South and Oconomowoc the best of luck and hope that everyone enjoys the rest of the broadcast.
Thanks, John, and back to you.
John and Kara, thank you so much. Carnegie with the reception, Cameron Wolf with the tackle, stopped short of the first down. I believe they'd have to go for it here, down 2 scores with 8 minutes to go here in the ball game. Waukesha South indeed will go for it here on 4th down. 4th and 4. 7-yard line. Heck wants to throw, completes the pass to Lark. Let's see, no, knocked it out, incomplete. He had it, and then as he was trying to get down to the turf, lost control of it. Get a better look here. had it in one hand and it was wrestled out nicely by the defender, Shotkowitz. Adam Shotkowitz there to make the defensive play.
Yeah, initially that ball went through the hands of Ethan Hoagland, and once again headed for Ryan Lark.
Both teams now combined 68 pass attempts tonight.
Oh.
Clayton in motion. He'll get the handoff. Clayton on the jet sweep coming around the right side. Gets it down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. So Oconomowoc taking over on downs here. Now the clock, their biggest enemy right now, needs to run some time, and they do so here on the jet sweep from left to right in Clayton.
Yeah, got Holbach and T.J. Garrity combining on that stop.
Second down, 8. Nineheis going to throw it back to the near sideline. Catch is made. Wrestled out of bounds once again. Clayton with the reception.
Nineheis's pass is complete to Zach Clayton.
Zach Clayton with the catch. Schroeder with the tackle. 7 on the night, plus a couple of pass breakups for Schroeder.
You know, Oconomowoc, they're not going to try to run the ball to run down the clock. Their offense, it's like a long handoff with all these short passes out into the flat. And they have a lot of confidence, obviously, in Nineheis as well as the receivers.
So another Wisconsin Lutheran College first down for Oconomowoc. This time they'll run it. Kruschke going right up the gut that time. Inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line. Check that, not Kruschke, but Jake Rams. Rams, the junior. 14 carries last week for 63 yards for Rams. He's had a couple of nice kick returns tonight.
So once again, they've got to stiffen and stiffen quickly. Waukesha South, they're running out of time.
Nineheis wants to throw. Will swing it out of the backfield. Once again, it's Rams. Rams still on his feet, breaking tackles inside the 15 down to the 12-yard line. Once again, getting into the Goodwill power zone. The power of work. Once again, Schroeder, the captain, with the stop. That's his 8th tackle tonight on the defensive side of the ball.
Go back to this play, you're going to see that they get some excellent blocking out at the point of attack from the other wide receivers that set up that gain.
Clock continues to roll here. 6:12 to go. Nice. Pump fake. Fade into the back of the end zone. Receiver is there. Catch is made. Touchdown, Oconomowoc.
Nineheis's pass is complete.
That's Wagner.
14.
Ethan Wagner. His third touchdown reception of the year, the first of the night for Ethan Wagner.
Yeah, Mason Knuth tried to be on the coverage. That little first pump fake kind of froze him for a minute. Got behind him.
6 touchdown passes tonight for Nineheis. The first of one for Wagner tonight. The kick is up, and it is good. Oconomowoc 52, Waukesha South 31. We'll take a break. Our Badger Max Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Sixth touchdown pass of the night for Nineheis. This one to Wagner, and it's a 52-31 ball game in favor of Oconomowoc. I want to remind our viewers, those of you tuning in for the Packer training camp report, will join that in progress immediately following our football game here tonight. This is Schroeder on the return. Schroeder breaking tackles. Schroeder still on his feet across the 40, out to the 45-yard line. Nice return by the captain, Schroeder.
Yeah, you love to see a young man that has had to overcome some adversity. Number of tackles tonight, some good returns. Trying to give his all to help the Black Shirts stay in this game.
One tackle there. 2, 3. Rakes a fourth there before he's finally brought down. This is Johnson trying to get the corner left side, gets out of bounds just short of midfield. Ben's there to usher him out for Oconomowoc. Johnson over 100 yards rushing tonight for Waukesha South. He's the single back. Heck wants to throw. Through the hands of Hoagland, incomplete. That could have been picked off there. The ball up for grabs after it deflected off the arms of Hoagland.
Yeah, defensive back closed on that very quickly.
It was Shutkowitz again, who has played well defensively here in this second half. He's made a couple of nice plays back there at that corner position.
Third down and 7.
Clock stopped, 5:42 to play. Trips to the left side. Two receivers here to the near side. Empty backfield. Blitz is coming. Heck will get it out of there. Will swing it out complete to Hoagland. Hoagland on the run across midfield and wrestled out of bounds at the Oconomowoc 44-yard line. And a Wisconsin Lutheran College first down for Waukesha South. Taishi Akita, the junior strong safety, on the stop.
Now Waukesha South goes back and looks at this game. Once again, it's kind of the pattern from a year ago. Their offense has put up some good numbers. They've had a tough time trying to stop Oconomowoc's offense.
Hoagland in motion. Johnson will get the call. Johnson to the line of scrimmage and gets a couple. In on the stop, DJ Asham, I should say, his fifth tackle tonight.
Gain of 3, second down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 for Waukesha South. Heck will swing it near side, well overthrown, looking for Hoagland here on the near side. Defended by Spencer Waldron, the free safety. Again, those of you tuning in for the Packer training camp report, we'll be joining that in progress immediately following our Thursday Night Light presentation here, Waukesha South and Oconomowoc. Third and 7 for the Black Shirts. And Heck with time. Going over the middle. It is incomplete. Penalty marker down. There was a bump on Ryan Lark, the intended receiver. Got bumped as he made his break. It was Shutkowitz who was defending him. Got him with the body that time on the break toward the ball.
Shutkowitz initially was listed as going to be a backup tonight, but he has stepped in and played really well at that corner position.
Interference against Oconomowoc is the preliminary invitation.
So pass interference.
Pass interference.
Move it up 15 yards from the line of scrimmage and a first down for Waukesha South. So plenty of fight left in that Waukesha South sideline here. Wisconsin Lutheran first down for the Black Shirts. Moves the football to the 25-yard line. Heck again with time. Going far corner, looking for Carnegie. It's incomplete as receiver and defender both collide, and Carnegie looks like he coming up a bit hurt on the play. It's Taishi Akita, the strong safety, step for step with him. Carnegie back up under his own power. Clock stopped, just under 5 minutes to go here in the ball game. 2nd and 10 for Waukesha South. This time the line Johnson up in a slot left side, along with Carnegie. Hoagland in a slot here to the near side. They'll swing it out to Johnson. Johnson with some room out there. Penalty marker thrown. Back judge threw the flag. This might be coming back for a holding call.
Ashton McNamee on the tackle.
It's a holding call against Waukesha South.
You know, we're getting very close to having a total number of 80 passes attempted tonight. It's one of the reasons this game's running a little bit long. But, you know, when you start running those spread offenses, that's the new norm.
Second down and 17.
2nd and 17 following the holding call. Again, Carnegie in motion to the near side. Oconomowoc showing blitz, low snap. Heck able to get it out to Johnson, but it'll be stopped for a loss back at the 37-yard line.
You know, one of the things Coach McMillan wanted us to make mention of is when the form we send out prior to the game, we ask who are your good students. He said, you know, we have a number of really fine students on this team, but something he wanted to point out is they started something last year where the varsity football players, seniors especially, on the day of a game, Fridays, go to the local grade schools during their lunch period to read to these grade school kids. So, you know, something that they're trying to do, it's not just learn how to play football, it's learn how to be a citizen.
3rd and 21 for Waukesha South. Heck under pressure. Now steps up, fires, and it's complete inside the 15. Lark with a catch down to the 10-yard line. Ryan Lark on the reception, Shutkowitz on the tackle. And just like that, Waukesha South looking to get back in it.
First and goal. Spotted at the 9.
They'll spot it at the 9. One more look here with Heck rolling out. They go to a quick snap. They'll swing it near side through the hands of Larkin, complete. He was in front of Shutkowitz that time. Couldn't bring it in, went right through his hands. Now we got a chance to see that nice reception. Got that quail to come down right in the hands of Lark.
Well, he fought well to come back to get that catch.
2nd and goal from the 9. Heck will toss it to Johnson, trying to get to the pylon left side. Cuts it back up the sideline, gets out of bounds near the 5-yard line.
Forced out of bounds by number 3, Ashton McNamee.
McNamee there, the outside linebacker.
Gain of 4.
Mark him out at the 5-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 5. In the Goodwill Power Zone. Goodwill, the power of work.
I think they're going to go back into their power I formation.
Johnson, the tailback, out of the power I. He'll get the call. Picks his way to the line of scrimmage, falls forward down to the 4 as he was wrestled down there. Brought down by Sampson, Brett Sampson, the outside linebacker. Along with Wolf. 4th and goal from the 4. Clock continues to run here, approaching 3:45 to go here in the 4th quarter. Waukesha South down 14. Excuse me, down 21. Johnson gets the toss. Johnson cuts it back, and Johnson falling forward near the goal line, but he'll be stopped short on 4th down. So the Oconomowoc Cooney able to get the stop on 4th down, keeping Johnson out of the end zone. Turning away the black shirts on the doorstep.
Yeah, Waukesha South just is having trouble of getting body on body and getting that push. That means you also have to give some credit to that Oconomowoc defense.
Oconomowoc's got to be careful here as it's the funniest hour on television, featuring 2 favorite families. Watch The Simpsons and Family Guy weeknights starting at 6 on Milwaukee's My 24. Again, those of you tuning in looking for the Packer training camp report will join that in progress immediately following our football game here. John Weiser, Terry Kelly, Mike McGivern, and Kara all along with you tonight in Oconomowoc. The Cooney coming back here in this 4th quarter. able to get that lead. It was cut down to 38-31. A couple of touchdowns here in the fourth quarter. 6 touchdown passes thrown tonight by Ben Nienhuis. This time they'll toss it. Krusky able to get it down across the 5 out near the 10-yard line, giving them some room here.
That play is good for another Oconomowoc.
And that'll be a Wisconsin Lutheran College first down for Oconomowoc.
Spotted on the 12.
Waukesha South still with 2 timeouts remaining. Clock rolling now, 2.5 minutes to go here in the fourth. Nienhuis will take his time. We'll wait for the back judge to start counting it down. Now we'll get under center. Krusky again takes it out.
Krusky, the ball carrier.
Across the 20-yard line. Krusky coming up with some clutch yardage here.
Gain of 9 on the fly.
Another 9-yard pickup. So Oconomowoc going to get to 2-0, it would appear. Going into Wisconsin Littleton play against Beaver Dam next week here at home. Waukesha South will open up Classic 8 conference play. Next week, Thursday, we'll be with them in Muckwonago. That'll be our Thursday Night Light broadcast, our Badger Max Thursday Night Lights from Muckwonago next week.
Be able to see Muckwonago's brand new Hensler Field, turf field put in.
Speaking of Muckwonago, they've got a tough matchup tomorrow night against Oak Creek.
Very strong Oak Creek team. Be an interesting, I think, slugfest.
Nienhuis tonight, 25 of 40, 331 yards, 6 touchdowns, and a 2-point conversion. Clayton tonight with 4 touchdown receptions. And they're getting 2 scores here in the fourth to pull away from Waukesha South after South had stormed back from a 38-14 deficit. Cut it to 38-31. Nienhuis able to keep it, pick up the first down, and that should do it here for Oconomowoc tonight. So the Coonies will get to 2-0. A team that was 1-8 a year ago will enter conference play undefeated next week. Waukesha South battled their way back. Hats off to the Black Shirts tonight. They were down. They got a stop early on the first offensive series by Oconomowoc in the third quarter. Cashed that in on a field goal. Got a turnover, an interception return for a touchdown. Fought their way back into this ball game, but Oconomowoc getting a touchdown early in that fourth quarter here that took the momentum away from Waukesha South, and the Cooney will go to 2-0 here tonight, picking up a 52-31 victory over Waukesha South. South falling to 1-1 on the season. Your final tonight from Rucks Field, 52-31 Oconomowoc. We'll take a break, be back to award our Player of the Game award and the trophy presentation, all that coming up in our post game right after this on our Badger Max Thursday Night Lights on My 24. (52-31). Oconomowoc on top of Waukesha South tonight. The Coonies go to 2-0 on the season. The Black Shirts fall to 1-1. Let's head downstairs to Mike McGivern for our Player of the Game award.
Hey, boys, 6 touchdowns. Awfully good game. Ben Nienhuis, well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did good, man. That offensive line did a nice job for you.
Yeah, I want to thank my offensive line and receivers. They played a great game. It was a good team effort.
They did. Sergeant, you got a few words for him?
Hey, you guys not only came out here on the battlefield today and won, but you rocked the house. Good job, brother.
Nice job, boys. Well done. Hey, guys, back up to you at the booth, and then we'll do Team of the Week. Or, I'm sorry, we will do Badger Max Trophy.
All right, Mike, thank you. Our Player of the Game award, Ben Nienhuis, the quarterback for Oconomowoc. Nienhuis with 6 touchdown tosses tonight. His first one of the game went to Clayton. Clayton catching 4 of them here tonight, 331 yards, and he's got a terrific arm.
Right. I mean, you certainly can make the case for Zach Clayton having had a great game, but you take a look at what Nienhuis has done. 6 touchdowns, rushed for 1.
Outstanding tonight. Ben Nineheis, our player of the game presentation, brought to us all season long by the U.S. Army Strong. Let's head back downstairs to Mike McGivern and our Badger Max Trophy presentation.
Hey, boys, great first half, Coach. Got a little scary there second half. You guys showed a lot of heart. Next weekend's Beaver Dam, good luck with that. Enjoy this one tonight. Your boys showed offensively did great. Let them back in a little bit and then shut the door. Pretty happy with this one?
Yeah, absolutely. We didn't flinch. Give South credit. They're fighters. I mean, they're fighters. They're going to give people fits this year, and we're going to fight on as well.
Yeah, no doubt. It's good to see you again. Badger Max, it's got a great trophy. Maz, nice. This is a great game, man. Oconomowoc did a nice job tonight.
I think they did. They made it thrilling. They kept everybody in the stands, which is good, and I think the ratings went up in the second half too. So I think we're all happy with that too.
You bet. Hey, guys, congratulations. Great win. We're going to present you with the Badger Max trophy. Good job, boys.
52-31, and that's a 60-pound trophy. Trying to hoist that over your head after playing 60 minutes of football tonight. 52-31, Oconomowoc over Waukesha South. Back with a final word from Rucks Field right after this. An exciting ball game here in the second half. It was a 7-point game going into the fourth quarter, but Oconomowoc able to hang on and pull away 52-31.
Well, fans of offensive football were treated well tonight.
Next week, it's the conference opener in the Classic 8. Mukwonago, the Indians hosting the Waukesha South Black Shirts. We'll be with you next Thursday night at 7 with our Badger Max Thursday Night Lights right here on My 24. For our entire crew here on My 24, for Terry Kelly, for Eric and Don up in the booth, and for Mike McGivern and Kara on the field, John Weiser saying good night from Oconomowoc. The Cooney with the win, 52-31. Stay tuned. The Packer Training Camp Report is coming your way next here on My 24.